That's the thing.
Hey, that's the thing, yeah. So, hello everyone. Let me get the overlay off here.
She pointed at the thing and said, "That's Daddy."
That's
thing.
Daddy, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah. So, welcome to another edition of Sunday Night Geekery with very special guest, Maddie.
Say hi.
Hey, money.
Say hi to Mr. Mark.
Hi. How
Can
are
say
you?
Hi? Oh, we're having some. Oh, I was going to say, can you say hi to Uncle Mike? Hi, Uncle Mike.
Hey, Maddie.
And Miss Courtney. And Miss
Hi, Maddie.
Miss Courtney. Yeah. And there's Mr. Dad Man and Mr. J Man. Yeah,
J-Man, yeah.
J-Man is here.
He's got big muscles. He's got very big muscles. Yes, he does.
See, there's Uncle Mike in
And
person.
Uncle Clubby.
Uncle Mike.
Uncle Klobby. Here, look, watch this.
Uncle Hulka?
He has blue eyes. Uncle Hulk. Ooh, look at that. He's dancing. He's dancing. Do you like that? Yeah.
Can't have a better way to start a show. So, wow, we got a lot of comments already rolling. So let's say hello to everyone here. So, of course, welcome to my crew here. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight first. So, of course, we've got the most handsome, I don't know who's more handsome, Clobbering Times or Dad Man Walking?
It's a tie.
I gotta give it to Cloppy.
Daddy, I go with Dad
Give
Man.
it to Clobby. Give it to Dad.
Did you put the word out on Twitter? Did you even put the word out yet, dude?
I am. I'm going to
did.
tweet it out right now. Oh, thank you, Courtney.
Okay.
I was just in the middle of doing that too. Trying to multitask. Tough to do.
Hey,
Me
Lisa.
too.
Mr. Mark, she's talking to you.
Yeah. Hi. Hi, Maddie.
Maddie needs to do a stream herself. Her own stream.
There you go.
She said she's eating yogurt, Mr. Mark.
Nice. Yeah. Yogurt's healthy for you.
Sit down.
Yeah, you're sitting down with Daddy? Oh, you're going to get down?
Heavy.
Oh, you're heavy? Okay, you get down. You want to go
You gonna
play?
get down?
Go.
Okay, you go play while I'm not talking to Mr. Mark.
Yeah. You can come back and talk anytime you want. Yeah.
Get up and get down.
Oh, you want to sit in the chair? Okay.
Okay. Maddie can take over. Yeah. She can sit in the chair. Yep.
Okay. What are you going to say?
I'm the future president of the United States.
Maddie,
Dude,
say please
gee.
like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't know if she could hear you. Did you hear you?
I think she just said she wants pictures of Spider-Man on her desk by noon.
Yeah. Hey, Phantom Outsider. Oh, be careful, Maddie. Don't fall.
Hi, Phantom Outsider. Hi, Donnie Pearson.
Let's see who we got.
Yeah, so let's
Hi,
say.
Hey, friends in the chat.
Yeah. So
Hey,
we got,
everybody. Hail Gap. Hail your Muslim uncle. Donnie Pearson.
J-Man.
Yeah.
Lisa.
Steven.
Yeah. We're not going to hijack the whole stream, guys. Maddie and I are going to get out of here in a minute, but
No. This is much better than anything we could do. Hey, Stuart.
That's for sure.
she napped until
Oh, yeah.
3, so she's not going to bed probably for another hour.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, well.
Hopefully the yogurt will help.
It's yogurt time.
Stop touching Maddie. Okay. Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard that. Yeah.
Stop touching Maddie.
Is that Yogurt the Hut?
Yogurt.
Said, get off me. You don't rank me. You don't have pointed ears, so just get off my neck.
I can't believe she had. For those of you who don't know what andouille sausage is, it's a pork-based spicy Cajun sausage that's used in gumbo.
Nice. Yeah.
She had
Sounds
some.
Nice.
She wanted some the other day when I was eating, and I thought, oh, there's no way she's going to want it. So I gave her some, and she kept eating it and eating it.
Hi, Lisa. Hi, Gab.
I took some of mine, and she said, "Stop touching Maddie's food. Spit it out." Hey, Gap. Hey, Claude.
Your Muslim uncle like that.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Can you say hi, Courtney?
Hi, Maddie.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
You're so well. Well, she speaks really well.
I started typing in Pat S to get his Twitter handle, and Patton Oswald came up. Oh, I got to start typing shrimp lightning.
Can I do that for you, Mark? I need that around my neck.
That's because you got to put shrimp lightning. Something.
Yeah, shrimp
Ooh,
lightning.
Lisa
right?
made
Yeah.
jambalaya.
Nice.
Oh, that's my favorite, Lisa. Oh, my mom makes the greatest jambalaya, and I bet you do too.
Ooh, with andouille.
Yeah, I love them. So that's my favorite thing ever. Just about probably is jambalaya
Yum.
when done well.
Mike likes the chicken, not the shrimp, though, gang.
No,
Leave
I
the
like
shrimp
I like sausage, chicken, and yeah. You don't put no shrimp in jambalaya. What are you insane?
I like shrimp.
Even people who like seafood don't do that. Come on. Which is everybody but me.
How come Pat S is not coming up in my Twitter feed?
It takes me forever to tag you on Twitter. I have to put Mark D with
Me too.
and
That
it
is
finally
weird.
comes up.
Oh,
You know?
'cause
Do you want me to
there's
send you
other-
something,
other
Mark? So
people-
you...
No, but I have you in my. That's weird. It's not like
Twitter
normally.
did something.
Must be. We got to call Elon and see what's happening.
Like my boy J Man, I can't tag him by putting J Man because he's got a
Stuart
different name for the Twitter, even though it says his handle is J Man.
Oh, it's
J-Man,
at Lightning
just
Shrimp
saying.
first. That's why. Yeah, that's why. I
Oh,
forgot.
lightning. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's actually
bad.
shrimp
Wrong
lighting,
people.
if you look.
Oh, it's
I just
actually.
spelled it. Yeah. Purple Valkyrie made fun of me like the first time. She's
Oh,
like,
that's her.
Sweetie, she's like, Sweetie, do you know that you put lighting? I'm like, no, because I'm dyslexic. But thanks for pointing that out and not doing it in public.
You can actually change that.
Oh, can you? Oh, great,
Yeah.
great.
You
Okay,
can change
wonderful.
it. Yeah, you can change it. Yeah.
I didn't know
you
that.
gotta
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, you can do that. Yep. All right. I'm just sorry, everyone. I'm just tweeting out that we're.
That's pretty cool. I'll have to
Actually-
find my old logo. I actually had somebody make me a logo with a shrimp with boxing gloves on and a lightning bolt behind it. It actually looked pretty cool.
So J-Man.
But then I went another route.
I got you, Jay. I hear you, Jay. Looking forward to hanging out tomorrow night, buddy.
Jeez.
J Man and I doing a
Who
special
made me
tomorrow
big
night.
and scary. Oh, so
Ooh,
Where'd
Did-
Maddie
I'm
go?
adding you back.
yeah, where'd Maddie go?
Steve,
Sorry.
disappeared. I'll get up and back. There we go.
She
Yeah.
she was playing with the mouse.
Okay. That stuff happens, yeah. I was doing that the other night on the Thursday night show. I kept hitting the wrong keyboard, and you were getting so nervous. I'm like, it's just the key press. It's all right. We didn't wreck the stream. Yep.
I could never tell. So,
Yeah.
It's right here.
well, Cincinnati's going to mess around and screw up tonight.
Hey, well, we can talk
Cincinnati's
sports
gonna
ball
screw
real
this up.
quick.
Maddie, where's Mr. Mark?
Yeah, what a weekend, man.
Yeah.
All
well,
right,
the
I'm
Giants
sharing it out a
won.
little more, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you, Courtney.
Where's Mr. Mark? There he is.
I'm here. Yeah.
I'm gonna start,
Are you
I'm
ready
gonna
to
start calling him
knock
Mr. Mark. I'm gonna start
I
calling
like
him
it.
Mr. Mark.
I like that. Yeah, Mr. Mark. Yep.
You like Daddy? Well, that's good.
I like Daddy. Yeah.
I like your daddy too.
He's a
Thank
good
you.
Maddie,
guy.
your
Thank you,
daddy
Uncle.
is the man.
Mom,
And I don't say that just because he could beat me up. Even if he couldn't, I'd say it.
Your daddy is the strongest ever. Remember that. He'll always
Oh,
protect
let's
you.
see if, let me get my Thor here.
That's Mr. Mark.
Let's see if Maddie knows who this is.
Oh, what's that, Maddie? What is that?
Hammer,
Yeah.
Yes,
hammer,
he is worthy.
hammer.
Whose hammer is
Oh,
it? Whose hammer is it?
He-Man's not worthy of that hammer.
No way.
Hammer.
He-Man is a sword and a battle axe.
Mr. Mark's hammer. So Mr. Mark is worthy.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute, guys. Hang on. On this theme, hang on.
Wow.
Can't
You
call
got the movie
interference on.
one.
How about interference? Jeez.
You gonna hold this one?
Wow, these refs.
It's the chair pivoting around, so he's not used to. There you go.
Wow.
I mean,
That's worthy. Good job.
Maddie's worthy. Yep.
Yeah,
Maddie's definitely worthy. Yep.
he's more worthy than her daddy is.
I have the power.
By the power of Grayskull. Oh wait, wrong
Wrong
genre.
He sure did.
You did it? Bonk! Don't bonk anyone on the head with that. Don't watch Star Trek.
Don't bonk
Bonk
Mr.
in the
Mark
head.
coconut, okay?
Yeah.
Nice.
Bonk, bonk,
Wait,
bonk on your head. Yeah.
Watch this. Watch this. Don't bonk my coconut. Don't bonk my. Oh, you conk my coconut. You conk my. Don't conk my coconut. Don't conk my. Oh, you conk my coconut. Okay. Do you want to? Mr. Mark? Yeah, Mr. Mark's there. He's got a hat on. What? Can you see the letter on Mr. Mark's hat? That's it.
What letter is that?
What letter is that, Maddie? Okay, we're too busy with the hammer. Wait, Maddie, what letter is that? What letter is that? What letter is that? D. Good job.
There
Did you hear
we
her?
go. Yeah. That was
If you play
pretty
back
good.
and listen carefully, you'll hear she did say it. Okay, you ready to go bye-bye? They got to talk about very important things tonight.
Well, I got to show you another letter, though. I got to show you another letter here. So,
Oh, okay, we're going to do another letter. She knows them all.
yeah. So here's another letter.
Tonight's show was
So-
about the letter
R.
R.
Good job. Say it again. Yeah.
You
Hey.
know why I have this? So my
Why?
daddy made this for me because I had trouble with the letter R and I couldn't say
Oh, wow.
R and I couldn't
Ah.
remember the letter R.
Wow.
Do you have any
So-
more letters or numbers? She'll know them.
No, well, this is, I guess, the only one I had trouble with. And Mark, I guess. So he
Good
made
job,
me,
yeah.
he cut this out and made me this letter as a kid. So, which is kind of crazy. So I still have it. You know, I'm a pack wreck. So,
M for Maddie.
of course, so I still have that.
Huh.
No, you.
Pack
You-
rat, low level hoarder.
Of course, my dad did make this for me. So, yeah,
Collector.
I guess
That
that
is
doesn't,
correct.
that doesn't count as hoarding, I guess.
Yeah. Do you have any more? Do you have any more letters, Mr. Mark?
Do I have any more letters? Oh, I do. I have a number here. Hold on. Let me get a number here.
She's ahead of everybody. I know I'm bragging, but we did what the books on parenting said. I force fed my ex-wife lots of fish when she was. Oh, what number is that? This one's tricky because it's got a circle. What number? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she
think
said
I
it.
heard 4.
She got it.
Yeah,
4. Yeah.
because it's Ben Grimm is in the Fantastic Four.
Yes, indeed. Love it. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So Donnie, I didn't actually see that Gold Ranger rant, so unfortunately I can't
Rant, huh?
comment on it.
You know what's fortunate about her generation that we don't have is in 40 years from now, she'll be able to show this to her children. She'll be able to see what she was like as a baby, and then her kids will see it. We don't get that. I don't know what I was like as a baby.
Well, we had a few, we had some family movies, but very few and far between.
Oh, we didn't have any.
If you're-
We didn't.
If your dad
Yeah,
had a
very
movie, your mom, well, usually it was the dad, but
Few
not the
pictures.
stereotype.
Okay, guys, we have to go use our poo poo. So we maybe we'll be back on later. Have a
Okay.
great stream.
All right, bro.
See you later.
Hey, wait,
Okay,
let's
bye,
make
guys.
it
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Maddie.
They don't want me big on there. Yep. So hey Pope, how's it going? Yeah. So Donnie, if you
Pope
could tell us
Metallicus.
a little bit about what
Hi,
happened
Pope.
in that one. But hey Pope, how's it going? Happy Sunday. So yeah, so my Giants, like
Nice
my only
job,
team,
Giants. Say that, man.
Yeah, they look good today.
I was
See?
impressed with them. Yeah. It's the
So
playoffs,
Dadman,
man.
I think who's winning on our picks so far?
I got to be. I'm batting 1,000 so far. I'm pretty sure.
I'm 4-0.
Go Eagles.
Four.
4-0.
Yep.
I think we're
Yep.
all
I
winning.
think we all
I
are.
thought we were. I didn't think we would be with that at the first at the halftime of last night's that game. I mean, that was something with those Jags, man. That was serious coming back like that.
But there've been
They've
some
done it all
bad
year.
calls.
They've done it all year, but
Yeah,
not
but
necessarily from that
27
kind of
points.
deficit. So
207 points in a playoff game.
Yeah, no,
That's-
that's unheard of. Yeah.
Incredible.
Well, the only other one I think that was larger was the Buffalo Houston game.
Bills
the
Oilers.
Bills, yeah, the
That's
Bills
in a
Houston
playoff
game.
game. It was
It was
the only one in
32
the playoff
points.
game. Yeah.
I remember that game
Right.
very well. I was out in the backyard with my dad while he was changing
Oh,
oil
so
in
do
the
I.
vehicle.
I was I left my house to go to the Saints playoff game of the same day later, and it was 35-3 at the half. So I thought that was over. I get to the dome. We're about to start playing. Wait, the Bills won. What? The Saints were about to blow a halftime lead of their own, actually, in that game later against the Eagles, Courtney's Eagles, in fact.
That's right.
Which made me hate the Eagles forever.
Go Eagles!
Well, you know,
It made me hate the Eagles forever.
I think the biggest thing about last night, though, was you could see that, you know, if it had gone on that way, when the Jaguars get trashed, it's not just the team, it becomes the city. The city's been a dumping ground for the NFL and put down for so many years that they don't do this, they don't do that. And it would have been the city would have been tarnished as much as the team. But the fact that they came back the way they did, you know, you got to have a lot of civic pride. And, you know, one more thing to stick from the small market teams to the big market teams in the NFL, because, you know, they've got such a bias against this city. And last night showed that you get a winning team, these people come out and they're nuts and they will support a winner.
Yeah.
You give them a decent product.
It was unbelievable. And now J-Man has made me want to jump off of something. What in the holy hell?
J-Man, what condition was it in? Was it just
it could have
reader
been
copy, or was it an
if it was
accident?
That's an accident. That could, even the worst condition copy can't be $6 unless somebody's insane.
I was gonna say, and what teenage kid was watching the table when that happened? I mean, good
What
Lord.
happened,
Was it
J-Man? That
supposed to
is
be 600 or-
insanity. Yes, I mean that's 247. Like he says,
Yeah, how much
First
is that
Legion.
worth? Like
You
10,000?
can look it up, dude. But I mean, you ain't at six. I mean, one page of it. If someone brought you a copy with pages missing, it would be more than $6. Should be.
Yeah, look it up.
This
right
was
now,
garbage, but still $6. I mean, it had to be pretty bad, missing covers and all this other kind of stuff. 6.
Yeah, J-Man, let us know what it.
Yeah, like you say,
What it looked
if Andy, how's that a $6 book? Was it passed through a shipper shredder? Yeah, I mean, that's insane, J-Man. I would have been, oh my God, I would have bought it number 6. That for $6, no matter the condition, I would have had to have it.
I mean, yeah,
I once
mean,
got
I've
a really
seen-
horrible copy of FF number 1 back in the 80s. I got it for like $20 and it was missing half the back cover, but I had it. It was in terrible shape, but I had it. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
sometimes you
Fleabag.
love getting like a reader
Yeah.
copy or something that's
You
you know.
couldn't even read this one without tearing it to pieces, but I had it in the bag.
Yeah, let me look
Till I
up
sold my collection.
Start my comic book software here and see what they say for adventure.
I mean,
But yeah.
that is just mind-boggling.
I was reading a story about a guy that went to a antique shop and found a stack of comics, and Hulk 180 and 181 was in the stack for $50, and then he brought it to the front, and he's like, "Well, I'm just going to look for some other stuff."
Right.
And and he said, then he came back. He's like, "Wow, everyone keeps asking about wanting to buy these comics, but I know I'm going to sell them to you, but they all seem to be interested in them, you know."
Wow.
It's like, of course, that's Hulk, those issues. Everyone, I think those are the most sold at comic book shows. Someone was saying too, because everyone
That's nuts, man.
wants to grab it. Yeah.
Hey, JD, Karam Woodcraft. I haven't seen Karam here before. Karam, how you say it?
Hey,
And especially was
yeah,
garbage, but
like-
still $6.
Hi,
No,
Karam.
no.
Yeah.
The condition, garbage condition. It should be. I mean, you can look it up. But I mean,
Yeah,
when
I'm
you say
checking now.
garbage condition, it's got to be. I mean, missing stuff, pieces falling off of it in tatters. Like Fandy pretty much says, like if it had to be going through a shredder at the point to be $6. I mean, it's the first.
Yeah, especially the
Legion.
way books have gone now. It's just
Yeah.
it's crazy how expensive things are. And JD Lewis is
Wow,
here
that's
too. Hail,
insane,
JD
man.
Lewis. Yeah. And you know what I'm forgetting? You know what I forgot to do?
Mm.
The Dad Man's here. I forgot
Hey,
to
Dad.
play. It's like I don't have an intro for everyone else except for Dad Man.
Nice.
Ah!
I'm never that way. I
God
found
damn it, Mark. Jeez.
Although I don't know if I'm going to be in trouble with that for the new.
Why you want to
YouTube,
be mad? Be mean to Dad?
I
man?
got no
Whatever
warning
was.
about it. If not, oh well. I'm not monetized.
Hey,
It's
G,
a legend.
It's the legend of Dad Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not nearly as cool or actually happier than Dad Man's story. I have a gentleman. My brother bought a I didn't even know they were still making Woody Woodpecker cartoons in 55, 56.
Yeah,
From the
they were.
mid 50s, we bought a cell. Really nice. $106. Couldn't beat the deal. So I was talking to the guy. He's going through his 80s and 90s. And y'all have heard me before talk about this. You know, I'm a big Mad Magazine guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some duplicate copies. He's going to sell me them for $3 a piece. He says he at least has 2 dozen. So he's going through them from the 70s and 80s. I can't even begin to tell you. I feel like I want to text him every day, but I'm trying to play it cool because I don't want him to go like, man, these must be worth a lot more than this. Why does this guy keep bugging me about them? So I haven't like texted him in a couple of days. But he told me like, oh, I'll get back with you Monday when I get to the office. And if I don't hear from him by like noon, I'm going to be like, hey, I got to run someplace. I just wanted to check in with you because I really am excited about it because it's got to be some good stuff. Yeah. And stuff I either read and forgot or stuff that I probably didn't even see. I mean, stuff from the 70s. I wasn't reading Mad in the 70s yet. A little young for that, but
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Adventure 241?
247.
247.
First Legion of Superheroes.
Oh, is that why?
Hello, Ray.
In red?
That's Ray Haylock, Tugs web guy. Tugs isn't that umbrella guy? Or
hey, Ray. And Judy's here. Hi, Judy.
Judy. Hello.
Hey,
I'll show my face in a minute.
I don't know.
These are Courtney.
Hi, Judy. That's
Courtney's
cool.
friends, I'm guessing. Yep. Oh, I've got this one. No, just kidding. I wish, right? This is this famous cover here.
He says, "Yeah, Tugs, the Umbrella guy. Cool, big fan of the Umbrella guys. Cool. Yeah, I love his channel. Great dude.
Yeah, he's the real deal.
Yeah, he's a sporting gentleman from all of our.
Tug is awesome.
Yeah. So what's this one going for? Even in Garbaggio condition.
This is just the my comic book software, so comic based. So I always give them a plug. So they don't, they just tell you who the dates and the stuff on the comic book. They're estimating mint that's $12,000. But of course, who knows? It's great. That's just and let's do the value graph.
Even at 1.5 CGC, $1,500.
Yeah, so it's fluctuated from 10 to 8, and of course this is all grain of salt stuff. But it's
right.
It's not a cheap book. So even those, you're right though. Even if it was $6, it's got to be like falling apart these days because the way that. So as J-Man said, even 1.5, it's $1,500. Yeah. So even a junk copy of that.
I actually have a really not so good copy of Adventure Comics 300, which was I don't know, second or third appearance or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is, and I don't even know what it's worth now because I've had it since the 90s or whatever. But I'll never get my hand on one of these, and that at $6, any shape. If it's not one of those replicas or something that's just popped up, I would. Oh yeah, I mean, kidding me? $60. I mean,
that's incredible.
To have a copy. That's insane. Wow.
Imagine if he'd have turned to J-Man and said, "I'll sell it to you for $500 right now," right after you bought it.
Oh my God. Oh Lord. You see what just happened in the game? Cincinnati just got running a fumble all the way back from the goal line. Touchdown.
Sports ball.
I'm sorry,
I picture Bobby like in a room with like TVs and monitors everywhere, on the wall where he's like looking at other things and sports and stuff and keeping track of like other pop culture going on.
On the TV next to me. So.
Hi, Hungry Boy.
Sorry, I even mentioned it now.
Oh yeah, and Hungry Boy.
Oh no, it's more like a compliment, Mike. I meant like you can your mind works where you can like do 2 or 3 things.
We're good, bro.
I just don't understand all the hate towards sports ball because you can make a lot of sports ball very geeky, nerdy, and everything else. But it's just
really hate it, man.
You can do it, especially with stats and stuff like that. Like when I had Clobby a couple weeks ago, it just blew his mind away. With all the different playoff possibilities and stuff like that, you can really geek out on some sports stats. But hey, that's just me.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, we have the Adventure Comics.
I gotta say hi to Hungry Boy. Oh no, I gotta say hi to Hungry Boy because I put his comic boy and it popped through. Sorry about that, Hungry Boy. He's here, so I didn't want to interrupt anyone before, but now I am. So, good to see you, bud. Yep.
I'm just wondering about the voting table board there. Like, the yes no button and it lights up. Are they like broadcasting this to somebody or something? Is that really necessary? And there's 3 people there. Can't they just do a voice vote? It seems a little egregious.
Well, everyone's watching on TV back home. It's like American Idol, right?
Yeah. On the flip side,
That's
someone had
si-
Death
si-
of Superman for 500 means. I guess he means Superman 75. I was like,
Yeah.
it's not even worth $5 exactly. It's $500
Yeah.
bucks. Yeah, it was probably priced at that. It ain't gonna sell. No one wants that garbage anymore.
How many copies were printed
Oh,
of that?
it was
For like
overprinted to
a
the-
million.
By the 2 editions, the 2 editions, by the way, there's the black bagged edition, which was the one they were putting out first. Then they came out with a regular newsstand edition.
Yeah, and didn't
So
you
I don't know
rip
which
yours
one
up
you're
or
talking about.
something?
Oh yeah, tore mine right out of the bag, and not black bag, white bag with the black lining. But I tore mine
People
right
are
out of
crazy,
the bag.
right?
It had a black armband inside and some other stuff, and yeah, I tore it up, and then I just ripped the comic up, and put it back in the bag.
Oh, people must have gone crazy.
I hate that
when you
gimmick.
did that.
Oh, yeah, because it was a line of people waiting to get in. I was at my friend's comic shop, and he let me in, and I used to help him work with him and stuff. So he let me in, and I went to the front of the line. He said, I didn't think you were even going to buy that. And I said, oh, you kidding me? I want to see what's in there. I didn't want, and I did, and I looked at it, I said, this is crap. But I like the armband, so I kept that black
You like the
armband.
armband?
It hung from my rearview mirror from multiple vehicles for many years until it became so faded. Yeah.
Cloppy, when are my foil variant X-Men comics from the 90s going to be worth a lot more money, dude? I bought like 4 or 5 copies of these things. I need them to be worth $1,000 soon. I want to buy a house with it.
I'd say sell for $2 a piece. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God, I was in my 20s too, dude. And I had a job, and I wasn't married and didn't have kids. I was so stupid. I would buy like 4 and 5 copies of stuff. Ugh. I want to just go back and punch me in the face.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what well, Adventure is my first superhero comic. Let's see. So Adventure
300 was
427.
when the Legion took over the title of Adventure Comics, and I have that, and that's special to me, but it's not in great shape. But
Let's download the covers here. Wait till the
You
cover
could have a
shows
shirt
up.
of
Yeah, so
300.
that one's worth 500 smack rolls roughly. But
longest fumble for a touchdown return in postseason history.
wow. So the Bungles
That was
didn't bungle that one.
Holy crap! Well, yeah, their rookie young quarterback was trying to jump over the line, try to put the ball over the plane.
Yeah. That happens. Yep. I was surprised they didn't say call forward progress, but
Nope. Wow.
there has been some really
Yeah.
bad officiating this week. If we could
Some
get
bad
to the
official.
sports buff. Oh,
This
some of
year.
the calls I couldn't believe. The one I was telling you about last night, Mike, when the guy got so mad that there was no offsides called. You saw that one, Dad Man, or were you hopefully busy on your anniversary dinner? But what
It
game
was the
that?
false
Was that the
start. It was the
Jaguar?
false start.
False start?
It was the false start. He wanted a false start called, and they didn't call it. But if you looked at the replay, it was simultaneous. And that guy's been doing that all year.
Oh, it wasn't a false start?
I didn't think it was because, if anything, he may have been in the neutral zone if you wanted to look at it. Because the Bosa
It
moved
looked like a
early
false
into the
start to
zone.
me.
Talking about the Jags game.
Yeah,
The
the
Jags
Jags
game, yeah.
game. But he got the whole point though is he got so mad he ended up slamming his helmet not once on the field, but even on the bench. And then the officials decided to throw it unsportsmanlike conduct, and it was his second of the game. So
He was out of the game then?
got him kicked out.
I was doing the show at the time, so I only got a glance at it. I didn't get a close look at that.
What happened with that was significant is it moved the conversion from the 2 to the 1. So Peterson decided to go for 2 instead of kicking the extra point. So, and that's when Lawrence put it over the top and got the 2, which led to the field goal being the game winner and not a tire.
Yep. Interesting stuff.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right,
here's
J-Man.
nice cover.
J-Man's running. J-Man's running.
Hi, J-Man.
I'll see you tomorrow night. We got a special. J-Man and I are going to be doing a special early
Awesome.
show,
Cool.
reviewing another
Bye,
Bob
J-Man.
Haney comic.
Bye.
6 p.m. Central.
Hi, Dave.
Looking forward to it, J-Man. Another
Take care,
comics
J-Man.
review with the great J-Man.
Crazy Haney.
Jamie,
Yeah,
that's
Yep,
probably
I got
like
this on
Zany
the
Haney.
shirt.
I'm not interested in any football team that's not the
Just
Rough
got this shirt
Riders.
made.
The Zany Haney shirt. Good stuff. Yep. Oh, this cover. Yeah.
Watch
That's
for He's not into sports.
Oh, we lost. Oh, this.
Yeah,
you
this is
have
one I
shirt
just
for
got a
this
shirt of this one.
That's great.
Huh?
You know, it still freaks
Yeah.
me out though. This the clubhouse. That's a Legionnaire, right?
The clubhouse.
Who's trapped?
Yeah,
as
that's a Legion. That's
yeah, he's
Fortress
trapped.
Lad. But yeah, well,
No
if
one
it makes you
knows that
feel any
it's
better, it was
Fortress Lad.
retconned. I mean,
Oh,
at
they
the
did
time
retcon
it
it?
was
'Cause that gives
retconning
me-
because it was added into the origin later. No, I mean at the time
that
when it
gives me
was when it
nightmares.
was created out of whole cloth. That's
Ah,
Fortress
okay.
Lad. It is a fun story. It is a sad story though. Yeah, this was the first issue where they took over the title of Adventure Comics. So there was, I don't know what
Okay.
it's worth, but my copy's not in great
$500
shape. But at least
yeah.
I got it
$500. Yep.
in
You know,
in
like,
top
you know,
shape.
Top shape.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
According to this, but of course, you know these are not graded prices, or so. And you know, it's just
No.
it's a barometer. But I love these old covers though.
Long live the
they're just so
Legion.
good.
Oh God, I love Adventure Comics.
Oh, here's my first Adventure Comics. I have this one. 320. So I got that from a friend who was,
Oh my God, really? Wow. I have a
yeah. A friend was in their attic, and she's like, "My dad's got these old comics. I don't think he wants them anymore. You can have them." I'm like, "Sure,
Oh, wow.
I'll take them." What's it worth now? $70. Well, I have it down as
nice.
Oh, it's only $70. All right, so not too bad. Her dad wouldn't be.
I think
too
my
mad, but
earliest
that's
one-
a cool comic.
My earliest one. Oh, I love it. My earliest one though. So I have Superboy number 89, which was the first appearance of Monel. You know, I'm a huge fan of Monel, and it's his first
Yeah.
appearance. I have that one, and then I think it was 98 or something was the first appearance of Ultra Boy, if I can't remember right. Adventure. Oh no, Superboy 98. Right? No, not Superboy. Superboy 89. Yeah, Superboy 89.
And I've got this one too. So Adventure 341. I love this cover. Yeah, it was such a cool cover. So what year is that? That's 1966. And what was the other one? That was
I love that.
other one was 1964. It just brings you back in time to a very comforting place. Yep. So let's see what's the next. I don't
It's
know.
comfort
that
food
many,
for the
just a
soul.
Colossal Boy hates those Micronauts.
few. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hey, Matthew Pounder.
Hey,
I love.
Matthew,
Yeah, I like that. I always liked that Colossal Boy outfit better than his later one. I like that later one as well. What do we hear?
And then this is the one that got me started collecting superhero comics. I've talked about this with you guys before, but my grandfather worked as a taxi cab dispatcher on the weekends, and he was bringing me back, and my sister, like Casper and Archie and Richie Rich, which are fun in their own way. And then I think Dynamite maybe. Blue Falcon and Dynamite was maybe one of my first superhero comics, but if you could call it a superhero. But then this Papa
Right.
Al brought back this comic.
Wow.
I'm like,
Really?
I want more of these with Superman on it. I want
that's
a superhero. You're like,
Oh, sure. That's a Kurt Schaffenberger cover. This was Adventure before Superboy got his new series back. They let him have a few issues in Adventure Comics. They brought him back to it, and I love this issue. I'm glad you got it. And look, you could be in the Superman movie
yeah, I didn't get in.
if you win that
but, yeah.
contest. Somebody
Yeah.
did though. I remember seeing pictures of the kid that got in. Some of the people who got to be in it. How do you imagine? Can you
Oh, that's
imagine that?
cool. Oh, that was so cool. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. And this is actually Barbara Gordon. Spoiler alert. It's it's a comic from 1977, but she's a kid gets superpowers. It's a well-written story, actually. It's pretty fun. So yeah. So it's and Paul Kupperberg, who I knew, I wouldn't say I knew well.
wrote it, huh?
One of the stories,
wrote
I
it,
think
right?
I had him sign that. He didn't write. He wrote the Aquaman story that was in here.
Okay.
So, but I had him sign the book because it was fun. He was in the comic book shop that I was in almost every week, hanging out there. And we didn't really actually talk as much about comics as we should have. Started talking about politics and sci-fi and TV
Did you argue
shows and
about
movies.
Did you argue?
We had some discussions. We're probably on the opposite, but always fun you know, it was always good natured discussions. He was always very nice. I have to say, he wasn't a mean, you know. And of course, I, you know, mostly disagreed, but he is a really nice guy and some great stories. And he was writing Archie when I
Spoiler
at the time.
alert.
Spoiler alert,
I hear
yeah.
you, Kal-El. Me too, Kal-El. Me too.
And he was I said, "Oh, Paul, would you sign this for me?" He's like, "Only if you buy it." You know, so yeah. So he was writing that big The Life of Archie, back then. Yep. So,
Nice.
I don't have too many adventure comics, but that was the first. So that was the one that started my collection. I guess Adventure ended in 2011. I guess.
Adventure around issue number 491 turned into a digest, and then lasted to 503, and there were Legion reprints. See this one you're seeing right
Okay.
there? Those are
Yeah.
Legion reprints.
Reprints.
But it was still considered Adventure Comics. There you go.
Yeah.
That's 503, I think, isn't it? Or is it 508?
503.
Yes,
Yeah, 503. Good
So-
memory. Yep.
It ended there with the Ross Andrew cover there. Those reprints, and then I have those, of course, all the Adventure Digest, and then many years later, in after a couple years before the Screw 52, they actually brought the title back, started at 504, and they brought Paul Levitt's like a newer version of his Legion, an older version of his Legion in there. Which there you go. That series for a while, I bought it for a while because it was Paul Levitt's doing Legion.
And that ended in didn't last long. Yeah, 4/29, 2011. Yeah. Paul
I
Levitt,
stopped
yeah.
right around that time.
Yeah, who was the cover?
Levitt
artist?
wrote it for a good while, but
Yeah, Marv Wolfman.
Adventure
Yeah.
Comics. I think I'd already left at this point. Not sure.
5/21.
I think so.
It
was
went weird.
probably-
It went from
No,
503
I bought
to
the Levitt's one.
516. That's weird. It went from 503 to 516. Yep.
It wasn't a 504. I remember there being a 504.
Yeah,
And I don't
that's
mean the
weird.
New Orleans area code.
Yeah, I don't know why that. Unless they called it something else and it was a different volume or
Oh.
whatever. That's weird. Yep.
I could have swore there was something, but that's weird stuff.
Very weird. Yep. Let's see. I'm trying to make Dadman a mod on my channel. So how do I do that, Dadman? Let's see.
Let me show you how.
Oh, here we go. Mod Dadman. There
Find
we
his
go on Twitch.
comment. There you go.
I got him. You're modded.
Yep.
You have the power, Dadman.
You have
Thank
the power now, sir.
All right,
I'm
it's on
streaming
the
on
Twitch
Twitch.
If
side.
you needed me to do something, I could have.
Oh, it's on the Twitch side.
Oh,
On
okay.
Twitch, yeah. You're not
Oh,
on Twitch.
okay. I
Yep.
don't know how to do that. No.
Yep. So that's why he wrote that's and I modded him. Yep.
Damn it.
So I wonder let's see what the adventure.
Dang it.
What did they do with adventure here? That's weird.
I'm not sure what the deal is on that, but I do know it eventually. Like I said, that's the Adventure of Comics is one of the oldest DC comics of the DC National
Oh yeah.
Periodical Publications line. Yeah, Adventure dates way back. You know,
Let's see what the first
Well,
adventure. What?
because look at
date.
that. Oh, I mean,
Go all
it's
the way back,
30s, right, or something like that, or 30s or 40s.
Look, they were able to fit people on the door. See, they could have saved Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, they
Come
could've.
on.
Who would
Shit.
you want to? No, would you want to live if you were him? And you know, I'm glad he was a Leo Sickle. Long live the Levitts, indeed, JD.
For only a dime.
And he's got a new
Bobby, you shush. Leave Leo alone.
What I do?
Courtney
stand
loves Leo.
Do you now? Are you a fan,
I'm
Courtney?
guessing.
We agree on the Tom Cruise thing, but I do love DiCaprio very much.
So you didn't laugh when he was like a Bob. He was he changed his name to Bob at the end of that movie.
I didn't see that movie. I'm
Oh,
just
yeah,
playing just
you
you're making
did.
fun of him.
Yes, you did. The Titanic. Everyone's seen it.
Oh, Titanic. What did he change his name to Bob? Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about now.
Uh,
Oh, boy,
Sorry.
that's bad.
I had a
soon.
blonde moment, senior moment, whatever
Too
you want to call
soon.
it.
Too soon. Too soon.
oh, yikes!
Wow,
That
look at
movie
the
is-
value that this went up. It was $2,000, and now it just went up to like 40,
Which
50
one?
grand. Wow. Adventure Comics number 32. I guess they're saying that's the first issue of Adventure. Wow. So 1938. So what was it? So that's one of the first DC comics you're saying?
I mean, that was one of the
Okay.
early series.
Early series, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep. It's Adventure second series. Let's
I think
check
it was
out
More
what that
Fun
is.
Comics or something like that before that or whatever.
Okay, Adventure second series. Adventure third series. Let's see here. So we never gonna know what we're gonna talk about here yet. Oh, and Steven says, I recently saw a movie on TV. There's definitely room in that door.
It was New Comics before that, wasn't it? Wasn't it New
Yeah.
Comics and not Four Comics or something like New Adventure or something? They just took the new off of it.
Oh,
Or something
here's
like
why
that. I
they
can't remember.
here's why they didn't do. They skipped to 516 because there was Adventure third series. So these numbers, they were like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I
that
have
makes
those.
sense.
About those.
That's probably why. Yeah. So that's probably why they then they went to the new. That's why they skipped. Yeah. So 515 here. Yeah. So to do with the legacy numbering. Yeah.
See, they split hairs with some of these things. It was still Adventure Comics because it took up. It stayed the numbering. It was New Adventure Comics around 37 or 36 or
Yeah.
whatever, something like that. And then but yeah,
They always do that. They always do that.
More
with the
Fun was
numbering. It drives me
More Fun was a
crazy.
different one. I know Phantom
Yeah.
brain fart. You can't have a brain fart around Phantom. He's fast with that Google, but no, New Adventure was it just came. They changed it to Adventure, and that's that.
And that's probably why then when they go back to the legacy number and then they skip
Right.
all the issues and they start.
I don't know why they
number.
did that you're talking about. What you're showing there, as far as after 504.
Yeah, because you know what it is. My guess is that between 504 and 516 or 515 were published as Adventure Volume 1 and 2.
Didn't make any sense to me. All I know is I
They
bought
do
it,
that all
and,
the time. Yeah.
and I was just like, "Why are you doing this?" I know because it was trying to act like it was a regular numbering, but then they didn't put it on the cover, basically.
Oh, Donnie, have a good dinner. Catch you on the flip side. What are
Hey,
you having?
Donnie,
Having
have a
something
good one.
good? I hope you're having something good. Yeah. No sea bugs, hopefully. So, yeah, that's. Oh, I got a new subscriber. Ray just subbed. Thank
How
you.
do you know? Oh,
Because
cool.
it popped up on my Google notifications.
It tells you that now.
Well, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does tell you that. Yeah, YouTube tells you that. Yeah, if you're logged into YouTube. Yep.
Right.
So, but it's one of those. Anyway, so yeah, thank you, Ray. Much appreciated. Always love getting new subs. So that's
Thank
great.
you, Ray.
Yep. We didn't scare him away, which is good. Yep. So, Matthew says currently reading Sandman, those early adventures. Yeah, the old Sandman, not the Neil Gaiman Sandman. Yeah. So, but yes, classic Sandman comics. Yep, good stuff. Yep. So, yeah, you can't go wrong with the old classics. So, but here, so why don't we talk about some new classics, right? So I'm guessing now this will really scare people, but anyone watch Velma?
Why do you put that on your? Why do you have that on your?
Well, because I'm going to talk about it.
The disgrace on there.
Going to talk
Yeah.
about it, right? Well,
No,
maybe some
if you
people
t-
liked it.
Well, they're not allowed. They didn't check with me first. But seriously, though, I would. If I knew you were going to review it tonight, I would have bit the bullet and watched it. Just so you, but
Well, not
so we could
necessarily
talk
reviewing
about it. Why didn't you
just
tell me
talk
that?
about it. Oh, I should have told you that. Yeah, I
Ugh.
apologize. Yeah.
Is it
okay.
30-minute episodes?
I think they're pretty short episodes. Yeah. So.
Okay, so let's all go over to Mark's Watch Party website.
Yeah.
We'll watch the episode and come back and talk about it.
Well, ugh.
So did anyone?
Well, that would be
anyone
the best
see
way
it?
to do it,
Anyone
actually.
Bueller? Anyone see it?
No, I know Courtney's watching.
Pat, are you trying to run everybody off with that?
No, well, I figured talk about it a little bit. I mean, if you're gonna, interesting to see what people thought
seriously,
about it.
I would have talked. I would have actually.
Yeah, no,
bit the
you would have
bullet if
watched
you
it.
told me you wanted to talk about it tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot. You know me,
Seriously.
last minute mark. So, I figured I put it up on the.
It's not something I would watch for my own edification, but if I needed to talk about it, I would do it.
Yeah, you'd watch it. Yeah, well, it was pretty
I
short.
can
And
tell
have
you,
to Go ahead.
I'm
Pat.
unimpressed with the animation. As a person who
Yeah.
likes both classic animation, I'm down with some newer animation too. This is not that Shaggy looks ridiculous. Is Scooby in it, Mark?
No,
There's
why would he
Scooby
be in
so
there?
far.
Why would you have
I've only
Scooby in the show based
They're
on
gonna
Scooby
introduce-
characters.
They're going to introduce him in season 2, like the stupid robot in Andor.
Yeah.
The most interesting guy from that movie, you leave him at the first season.
So let's see, how long are the episodes? Let's see. I think they were only a half hour. Let's see.
Probably only feel like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't give you a run. It doesn't matter. They don't give you a run time, but who cares? But no. So I'm trying to see if anyone in the chat did say, "Oh, you're gonna." Well, we'll spend a few minutes on.
I was just shocked by Dad Man saying how much he liked
Michelle.
it. That kind of got me.
Really?
Dad Man liked it. Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just
Not
kidding.
Velma. I haven't watched that one.
I was just teasing him.
I've watched Wednesday though.
Wednesday's good. We'll talk about that next. Yeah. But Brian's saying they don't have the right to Scooby. Well, we're not going to talk about this that long, but I figure if I'm going to talk about something, I'll watch it. So yeah, I should have given you guys a heads up. But
on the other hand, you did spare us. So.
I did spare you from watching it too. So the main thing, all right, we got all the changes of the characters and like or dislike that. Even if you made these changes of the characters, the thing is such the show is so depressing, dark, angry. It's just like an angry show when it's supposed to be a comedy, and instead it turns into a commentary
and hate
on
fest.
What's wrong with
woke fest. Yeah.
Well,
is it kind of woke?
I'm not even going to use that word. I'm just going to say it's Fred is like the evil white guy, of course, and they totally destroy his character and make him horrible. They do some horrible things to Fred, and I'm not gonna. Not that anyone's gonna really watch this, but they just make him an infantile character with a lot of emotional issues, and there's a lot of dings in the show.
I believe
about,
don't they call them typical white, lazy, entitled men, whatever, something like whatever.
Yeah, he's called entitled, and
white,
actually,
it's very bigoted. The show.
There's a lot of comments about race on this show, which it's supposed to be. When you do a show like this, you would think that you try to avoid race, avoid race, but we don't want to get into too much in politics on this show. But just let's accept the characters for what they are and not make that a focus of the characters in a negative way to make fun of people. So they're doing that to Fred, and it was really really angry, just mean-spirited stuff. The humor, you can do dark, you can do a dark comedy, and you can maybe make a Scooby show for adults if you want to go that route, I guess. Not necessarily my thing.
Well, Mark, did they change Daphne also? I thought they really made her character kind of bad too.
Yeah, of course.
Daphne's not a good character too. So there are some race swaps, I guess. So Daphne's Asian in this show.
Plus, there's a lot of vile nudity in it and everything. Like, in other words, it's not a kid, not even close to a kid show. It's not a kid show. It's more along the lines of the Harley Quinn show, which I almost put on for my niece. Which is always trash. Before I watched it. Is that horrible?
Ooh. So, and that's gross adult humor. But at least the Harley Quinn show, I can see where some people maybe would like it in terms of. And some of the jokes are funny, but I really don't like him doing that to the character. And of course, Jim Gordon, what they did to Jim Gordon in that show
show's horrible.
Was bad, but
horrific.
But not. I thought this was actually the characterizations were really not really had a place on this show, and it's just kind of sad. It's just sad, how angry it is, and the opening, it says this is I'm telling my story, which is fine to start something like that and say that you're going to tell your own story and tell it. This is my rendition of the story. Actually, let me read the first. I'm going to pull it up. I can't play it. Let me just read the first, which I did on the Clubhouse. Read the first few lines. Right. Let me go find. Oh no, I have it on. Let's see, where do I have it? Oh, I'll have to go into the HBO Max. But yeah, you can't play it obviously because then you'll get nuked in about two seconds. But let me read you the lines from that. But that's what really struck me. It's like they're trying to make a show that's hey, let's be quote unquote more inclusive and have different backgrounds. As Phantom saying, working together. But then they're they're tearing people down and making fun of them because of their features and because of the the way they look and making comments
Hypocritical
about them,
Hollywood,
assuming
in other words. Yeah.
yeah, saying things about Fred. So here I'll read the let's see, closed captions. I'll turn those on. Let's
Oof!
see here.
I just looked up the Rotten Tomatoes. This thing's getting killed. 7% audience score, which isn't surprising, but 55% critic score. That is kind of surprising.
Wow, that is surprising because critics usually love this kind of trash.
Yeah, and they love Mandy Kaling too. I don't understand how she gets work, dude. She is unlikable and untalented in everything I've ever seen with her in.
She's the antidote to funny.
Yeah, so here's the I'm just playing the opening. So my name is Velma Dinkley. Thunder
it's
rumbling, and this is my origin story. Yeah, so this is
sorry.
Sure. Normally, origin stories are about tall, handsome guys. Not always, but struggling with the burden of being handed
That's not even a true
more
statement.
power. Yeah, so I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking one of my favorite heroes growing up is Spider-Man, who's a geek and a nerd, can't get a date, gets picked on in school, and he gets handed power and responsibility. And what does Uncle Ben tell him to do? Right?
Yeah.
Not go rob banks, but with great power comes great responsibility. So, and if they are about, here's the next line: is if they're about girls, it's usually like, what made this hot chick go crazy? So the remedy to this, I finally decided to share
Also not true.
bone-chilling events that drove me to assemble the greatest team of spooky mystery solvers ever. Yeah, it was me, not Fred and his weird sex van. There, right? There you got to go there, right?
Weird
It wasn't
sex
Fred.
van.
This is my story. It's told my
Wow.
way. And it starts with a murder biatch, we'll say. So, yeah, it's just total, really angry tone. And, of course, Shaggy is pining over Velma the whole show.
Of course.
Trying to get get with her. And so here's Velma, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, see, this is what don't want to get into, I always say not too much politics, but yeah, response to the show's, backlash over that word, which I won't say. So, if the show was miserable.
I can't believe they said that.
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
What?
Sex van.
It's the guy from It's Always Sunny.
Who greenlit this garbage? They were trying to read. Jar Jar Abrams came this close with Bruce Timm of rebooting Batman animated series, and that would have been destroyed. It was horrible the way they did it, and we got spared that. So at least we got spared that. If they're going to give us this, this got greenlit, I guess, because it takes long to make this stuff.
Yeah, it takes a while. Animation, But what I'm trying to say is take all the other stuff out, like the, recasting it. All right, so what? Who cares, right? The show was miserable. It was not funny. I mean, and it was trying to make all these comments, taking people down and making comments about people, and it just wasn't good. I mean, and of course she had some wrong quadratic equations here, so any derivative Jill would have caught that. But that's a silly aside.
Jill's
but
smart.
these are
Of course you would.
yeah. But these are fun, fun show. The kids finding mysteries, and you can maybe, the movie had some winks and nods to adults too, in a fun way. But you could still have your kids watch it. But this was just so angry, and I guess the Rotten Tomatoes is proving that. So if the critics gave it 50%, and then everyone else gave it 7%, it's got to be pretty. Let's see, Velma.
Yeah,
so that's what,
pretty low. Yeah,
yeah. So that's what. Let's see, Velma. And I know Pat. Thank you for pointing that out. Velma.
I like how they have it listed that she's the creator of. It's like, no, you're not the creator of, stupid.
No,
you're the usurper of. The borrower of. But you didn't create anything.
You didn't create Velma.
Yeah, you could say
she created
writers,
a horrible version, right?
Writers. You could say a writer.
Yeah.
Wow. So 55 to 7. Ouch. So 55 is pretty low for pretty low for a series. So, yeah, Brian. Yeah, it's very, very negative. Yeah, it's not fun. There's no joy. There's no laughs.
Ray's running. Ray's leaving. Our new friend. So
Good night.
Oh, Ray's heading out. Yep, got to
it
bounce.
was good to meet you, Ray.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for subbing, Ray. Much appreciated. Yep. Have fun.
Yeah.
Yep. And hope to catch up with you down the road again.
Hi,
Yep.
Ray. I'm trying to wave to you, but I'm covered up.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, yeah. Yeah. I
Oh,
can
I'm a
turn my
fan.
camera
All
out
right,
too.
thanks
Yeah.
for
So I
coming
can
by.
have fun. Good luck storming the castle, as I like to say. Yep.
Guys, remind
Yes,
me, is
indeed, man.
HBO Max one of the ones that releases everything at once, or they release like an episode a week? Or
No, this is only. I watched the first 2 episodes.
okay,
So January 26th, they're
Who's
doing
here?
2 episodes a week.
okay.
Yep. Retro Nerd
So-
Girl's here, by the way. Hey, Retro.
Hey, Retro
Hi,
Nerd
Retro
Girl.
Nerd Girl.
Yeah, this is not I hate, I always try to talk about, positive things and having fun, but this show was just so negative in its outlook on the world and life, and maybe it'll change. And I've only seen, only the first 2 episodes are out, but it's a downer. It's a bummer when these guys are supposed to be the fun Scooby Gang, and what they did to Fred is just atrocious. How they tore down
Hateful
his character.
trash.
Mark, you want me to
Yes.
reach out to Polly and you guys could do a weekly review of each episodes as they come out?
Sure, yeah. Love
Could
Paul
do
ain't
it.
watching this, is he?
I don't know. But I'd love to see
Morning.
Polly do it. Mike, can you see Polly like at 2 a.m?
Yeah.
Like, everybody-
I'll ask him
Look
if
at
he wants to
Rick.
say, Paul, you want to review Velma? He said, get out of here.
Yeah. Well,
Well, they have do they have an Hispanic character?
They do not. They do not. That's
Oh,
a
he's
great
not gonna
point,
do it.
Quabby. There is a person of Asian descent. Of course, the
Right.
the stupid white guy is covered. Velma is of Indian descent,
Shaggy's
I believe,
black.
right, Mark?
Right.
Yes.
Yep,
Yes.
And Norville,
And
because
Shaggy's
he's not Shaggy yet.
He's
Norville.
African American, I think. Yeah.
Yes, Norville is an African American.
So everyone sub to Retro Nerd Girl if you haven't already.
Yes,
She
indeed.
did her first live stream last week. And Dadman, what were you gonna say?
Well, the barometer I use is when Mark D with a C says something is bad. Mark is the most generous,
He's an easygoing fellow.
giving, open, tolerant person to watch
Yeah.
anything that's around. And many times I've agreed that something he said is good when others have said it's not, or everybody yells is woke. It's not woke. I mean, I've agreed with Mark on so
Right.
many cases. So this is the one where when Mark says it's bad, it's bad. So that's it.
Yeah.
I thought you said the opposite at first. That's why I laughed. I thought you.
Oh,
Okay.
No, Mark.
I didn't
When
use
Mark,
that.
no, when Mark downs something and torpedoes it, it's bad. You can rely on it. Mark will give everything a million chances, and even Green Lantern. I will still tell him, Mark, I'll watch Green Lantern movie with you on your birthday.
On my birthday, right?
He
Yeah.
didn't like
So
that.
we put-
Yeah.
Yeah, he
so
doesn't
we
like
put
that
on-
one.
I know he didn't, but I liked it. So anyway,
There we go.
Okay.
Well, for people who don't
Sometimes
do-
Mark does like things he's not allowed to like, though. Sorry, go ahead.
exactly.
He's under
Like, does
strict
do you
orders
like
to not
Tom
like
Cruise?
things that he likes anyway.
I do too, apparently.
So I think Max Redstone did. I got to put the.
He didn't
I got to
answer you.
sign. I got to put. Oh, I didn't. No, I was gonna say that for people who don't know that my birthday was June 17th, so which was the open. I checked it 2 years later, and it was Green Lantern that opened June 17th. So I went with all my buddies to see that movie, and like whenever they know I love comics and that kind of stuff. So whenever it's my birthday, in June. Like, what movie are we gonna see? It's like it's not another Green Lantern movie, is it? So yeah, so it's
That
like
you,
a
the
running
fact that
joke.
you still remember that and talk about it today, you really that
My friends don't let me
horrible.
forget it. They don't let me forget
They
it.
still bring
so-
it up.
Of course they don't. Yeah.
That's
You
really
traumatized them.
The whole time I
Yeah.
watched that movie, Mark, I was going, God, Coastal City looks just like New Orleans. It's amazing. It's like a mirror.
Yes. It's not like they filmed it there or anything.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Clobby, don't
Yeah.
destroy the illusion. Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The Hollywood
I
magic.
happen to know
dude.
people. I know some people that actually were on the set film as extras for that Carbaggio.
Yeah. So anyway, so Velma's two thumbs down. Am I getting the camera here? So
Way down.
go watch it if you want to see what if and if you think you disagree, let me know. But yeah, as Retro Nerd Girl was saying, why does everyone have to be so angry today? Especially a show like Velma with the kids and could have had some lighthearted fun and then thrown in maybe, do your messaging if you want to get it in the right way in a story. But it was she's just such a dark character. You're not rooting for her. So it's really, really and the crazy thing is now we talk about Wednesday for a few minutes. I don't know if
I still
how many
haven't seen
people
it. Don't
still haven't
spoil
seen
too
it.
much. Should I?
Won't spoil. No,
Okay.
I'm not gonna spoil anything. But all right, Wednesday. Talk about a dark character that you can't have more fun with and laugh with. The one thing. It's a very minor. You've probably seen it, like the Wednesday dance. There's one episode where she's at the dance and she's dancing, so that's become like the meme. It's gone viral, so you couldn't have missed that. She's doing this crazy dance. I will not try to do the Wednesday dance now.
The original Wednesday dance is the best when she's dancing, like she does kind of like a little twist kind of thing.
Yeah, she does have.
Does she do that in this one? Awesome.
Yeah.
Right there, it looks like a gothic kind of thing. Her pose,
Yeah. But she's this gothic girl, and of course, there's you don't care about the race of the characters or what's going on with the characters. You fall in love with the characters. Oh, here, Hungry Boy, and you defend the Beatles. Yeah, I don't want to hear anyone saying the Beatles are overrated. I mean, come on, you maybe don't like the Beatles, or you don't think their music does it for you, but I mean,
defend the Beatles.
Yeah,
I do.
Courtney does too. Yeah, but I've
I
heard
like
people.
individual ones more than others, but
Well, I'll just say if they sunk in the Yellow Submarine, I'd have been fine with it. But
I love
an
the
80s new wave
Oh,
guy.
What is wrong with
come
you,
on.
mister?
Come on. I love the Yellow Submarine. Good. And actually, I just got, the new version of, they have those super deluxe editions of the Blu-ray. So I got Let It Be, and there's a version of Yellow Submarine on there. Or was it? No, it was Revolver. The original version of Yellow Submarine, it's like a kind of like a ballad that John Lennon's doing. It's a totally different song.
because John
That's
Lennon
awesome.
is amazing. His solo stuff is amazing.
It's really good.
Imagine
so,
that.
Kal-El did me. I got to write that. Like, I'm going to put that, like, Kal-El did that on there because I always want to give people credit. So, Kal-El did
What?
that awesome meme.
Oh, he
of the,
did.
Captain America. Yeah,
The great
and I apologize
Super
for
Reg.
forgetting that. Yeah, so I apologize for forgetting that. My crummy memory. But, yeah. So
It's not like you were Stan Lee or anything.
Yeah, I didn't take credit for it. I'm trying to remember who did it. Yeah, like Stan. I can't remember who did it, so I created it. Yeah, but yeah, the Beatles. I mean, talk about an incredible group that changed history. So anyway, but just it drives me crazy.
We talked about the Beatles the first time I ever came, or I think to your channel for like ever.
Yeah, because we did. That was when Get Back was
the documentary.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, oh, it's so phenomenal. God, when you watch Paul McCartney create the song "Get Back" live, and he's strumming the guitar, and it hits him, and he starts singing the lyrics, and you just see, creation, that spark of creation there, and that God, it was amazing. I mean, so anyway, but I wish I was as overrated in the things I do as the Beatles, right? I mean, that's my ruler there. Yeah, So, and then, of course, we had Jeff Beck tragically passed away this week, and Lisa Marie Presley, right? So, and so it's been a bad start to the year. Thankfully, that Bills player, I'm forgetting his last name, but thankfully he's out of the hospital now. Doing well.
DeMar Hamlin.
DeMar Hamlin, yep.
Hamlin or something?
Hamlin, yep.
Hamlin, yeah.
Yep. So, so let's get to Wednesday. And I think that. So, who's seen this here? Dadman, you've seen Wednesday?
Yep, I've seen the whole.
Okay, no spoilers. So, did you like it, or thumbs up, or thumbs down, or how many scoops of sparkly unicorn ice cream would you give it?
Out of 5? Out of how many?
Out of 5, yeah, 5 scoops. Yep.
Probably
and
4.
I get to eat. I get to eat
4.
the other scoop you didn't put in. Yeah. All right, so 4. Yeah, so good, pretty good rating. Yep.
I wonder if I'm going to be like hard
3.
on it when I watch it because I'm a huge Wednesday Addams fan. So I wonder how different I'm going to think or the same.
Let's get a lot of good press. A lot of people like it. So.
I know. Yeah. I'm excited. I'm going to watch it.
Well, I think to contrast this with Velma, so they're not really. Well, they're not really reinventing the character, but they are maybe, modernizing it a tad, but really not. They're the core of the character is there, though. I mean, they really stuck to it, and they've got she's got this bubbly roommate, which is the contrast, the light and the dark. And Jenna Ortega is just fantastic in this role.
She
and
makes
she's,
actually good face. Yeah, she.
and she doesn't blink, which is she trained herself not to blink. So yeah, which is amazing. And her roommate's a werewolf that can't really fully become a werewolf. She can only do her claws, like she's waiting to wolf out, I guess. So she's like this bubbly, happy, friendly person. The contrast of the two of them. Morticia and Gomez are in there, and
Gomez is a
Pugsley,
strange
so-
casting.
Yeah,
I've seen
I
the
agree with that.
I mean, I
I'll
don't
be
understand
quiet.
that casting.
Who
No, go ahead.
plays Morticia? Is it someone big? I can't tell.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yeah.
Bobby, can I throw out
Oh.
a little defense there? And I will say this:
Oh, I haven't
If you
watched
go
it. I'm just
back-
saying he looks weird.
okay, if you go,
I
if
know.
he does,
The Charles
he's
Adam
not a-
comics.
I was good,
Comic
right?
strip.
Exactly. You beat me to it. That's exactly right.
T.
I know
Reed,
he
you
looks-
missed the football talk. We were talking football. Sorry, someone in your
What
chat.
happened?
My buddy's in your chat, and he said no football talk here.
Oh, I could.
You
We were
never
talking
know.
about
We can't
It'll
take
pop-
football.
It
Does he
may
want some?
pop up. You never know.
If he wants some, I could tell him something in about 8 seconds.
Go
Because
ahead.
it's 4th and 20 with 8 seconds, and Ravens need a touchdown to tie the game, and they're probably here we go. I'll tell you right now. Oh, they
Well.
stopped the play. So go ahead.
Yeah,
I'll update you when it happens.
But I agree on the casting. That's the one character I think physically was the most challenging thing to get used to. The physical difference, even in the movies with Raul Julia,
Yep.
was more like the original. Gomez. This one
Well, I love
he
John
looks so
Astin.
different.
I mean,
Yeah, John.
But
Yeah,
this is
Yeah.
the original cartoon, though. That
it's the
Right,
that's
Charles
the
Adams
from the
comics.
30s
Yeah.
and 40s.
Yeah.
Little strip.
So that is
Yeah.
kind of true to this original strip, actually, which is amazing.
yeah.
So,
but
at
you know
least
what?
They didn't
That's
cast Brad Pitt.
yeah, really. But there was a lot of throwbacks to the comics, to the original, to the series, in a lot of ways that they had. That I think it kept the spirit of, they kept the spirit of the whole show itself, the whole Addams Family concept. It was modernized. Yeah, there's some different things that had to get used to. You had to put her in more modern. It was like getting used to, but it brought you along with it. At least to me, I could watch it. I could get it. I could understand where they went with it. Unlike the Velma show, where it's so everything's so drastic, so contrary, so anti what established the show. They even had little things in there throwing back to the shows. Even snapping. There were so many things that they did that were in line with everything. So
I love
It
the
wasn't
original
just
spoil
Adventures.
things. I'm trying to not spoil things, but that's kind of in a general sense. So that was an
Well,
example.
go
of one
ahead.
thing.
I'm going to not listen for a second. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's okay. There's others that Mark didn't want spoilers, but something like this, they work snapping in as code, little things like that. They've worked in that were a hat tip back to the original. Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah,
codes-
that's in and they made it work in the show too. There's something
Yes.
organic about it to why there's in the
Yeah.
show, which is cool. And there's a lot of like that man said, there's a lot of nods to it, and the DNA of the series is intact. The characters are intact, even though it's in a modern age.
Right.
And in this universe, monsters exist, werewolves exist. I guess vampires exist. What was the not the mermaids, the sea sirens?
the sirens,
sea
yeah.
sirens,
Yeah.
yep.
The
Who
scales.
with the scales, yep. But what they did, it's all very organic to the show. So you got this alternate, universe where you've got magic, I guess, exists, and spooky things are happening, the creepy and the kooky, and it's all fits together. And despite what a dark character Wednesday is, you end up rooting for and loving her. And there's maybe a couple of jabs in there, for more modern stuff that didn't appreciate that much, but it's very minor. And it's only a couple of seconds, and it's you know
Yeah.
doesn't
It
detract.
wasn't much of anything.
Yeah, it was not.
I
not
will say
much,
this,
but-
Mark, and I hate to view stuff like this, but it's kind of how my mind works now. And I watch, I go in and I kind of like, I'm looking to see, all right, what are we going to do to make fun of white guys? What are we going to do? And I have to say, they kept it to a minimum. But the thing that impressed me the most about the show, because my nephews insisted upon watching it. So a lot of times, we do 2 nights a week where we pretty much watch a movie, watch a show and stuff. So they wanted to stream this all at once. So we watched it. And I have to say, the thing I liked about her as a character, and this is strictly character development. First of all, the actress for a 20-year-old is really good. She really was. But she really did. There was no Mary Jane stuff. You know what I mean? Like pretty much everything she had and did, she earned it. She knew when she messed up. She was wrong. She was wrong a bunch of times. She owned up to it. You know what I mean? She felt bad when she did something wrong. She tried to better herself. And that's the kind of stuff you could be much more forgiving of your hero or heroine when there's somebody that's like that. And she was, for somebody that's such a odd duck, such an unrealistic character, I think a lot of people could watch that and go, she's a very relatable, character, which I think is pretty rare today. And frankly, I think Hollywood should take note because that's why it's so successful. It's not successful because it's cool and diverse. It's successful because you have somebody who's relatable in the lead role.
And it's well written, right? The story is good, and it keeps.
And
it's a murder mystery. Just that's not spoiling anything. I mean, you find that out within few minutes of the show. So it's a whodunit, which is very popular these days, obviously. And Murder She Wrote with Wednesday, and it keeps you guessing. I'm finished episode 7 tonight. And so I haven't watched the finale yet. But
man.
It's
the missus and I binge
Can I
watched.
comment on what he was saying just really quickly about
go Courtney.
the character showing like that she felt bad, so she had like empathy and stuff like that. That's really important these days because a lot of movies, like it's I don't know, it's pushing like narcissistic characters. You know what I mean? That don't care, and that has enough like children or kids that like may watch this or whatever. We need like more positive kind of and relatable, like he said too. So I like that.
Well, I tell you, we binge watched it as fast as we could. It was that good. Of course, we had to stop it once in a while because of things or whatever. But when we could watch it, we watched it as many episodes. And it's been a while since I've had a show like that. The early seasons of The Walking Dead are probably the last time I seriously binge watched a show like that.
Couldn't stop. You mean, right? Yeah.
And and you know what? You mentioned the murder mystery, but the murder mystery, it is more than a murder mystery, but it gave it a context for the show to have something to go towards where the future is for a series. I don't think it would have worked the same way with the original series, just being a flat out comedy. It had its own humor in here, but a lot of it was kind of dark humor at times.
Yeah.
But it had to go somewhere, and it's doing something that was not done before. We put it in context of, like you said, the murder mystery, which gives you something to look forward to bring you back, keep it interesting. And now have they said that season 2 has officially been greenlit?
Yeah, they greenlit it a few. Yeah, that's a no-brainer with the views and the.
Wait,
I didn't think I'd like the show. I went in not wanting to like it, thinking it's stupid, blah, blah, blah.
I didn't think I will, but I don't think now I'm kind of being more convinced by it.
It's one to give it a chance and see it in the whole context. If you look at how they run it out and how they set the whole environment, the world setting, be willing to not expect exactly a cartoonish thing. You might be entertained. You might like it.
I don't like
I said earlier. Like I said earlier, Mark is really one of my gauges. When Mark likes something, or give it a chance at least. I mean, we don't always agree in the end, but and this really is one of those shows that at least give it a shot. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like it, but at the end of the day, it's up to everybody to choose what they want to do. But I went in wanting to dislike it or having preconceived notions, and quickly got won over in the first.
What were
first
your
or second episode.
preconceived notions, though?
That's
Just
kind of how I feel, but I'm excited to see it because I love Wednesday Addams. But I was convinced that it's going to be ruined because everything that's redone, in my opinion, is like, well, these days, it's like.
Well, you were asking about preconceived notions. Well, I wanted it just like the TV
because
show.
of the original Adam Family.
That's why I thought it had to be this way. It had, blah blah blah. But she had to be her certain way and everything. And she's not the same way in this as she was in the comedic TV shows. I'm not sure about the cartoons and comics and stuff, but from what I saw of the TV shows, but it put it in and I think you described it really, the situations you start to relate to the character, or Pat did, in a modern age, it went beyond what I expected it to. And it did a good job in doing it. And it was not disrespectful to the lore, to what came before it, and, to people in general. It wasn't out to make statements at people and poke at people. It was really, like, somebody said a Murder She Wrote type thing. It really had a kind of a cool plot. That's why I think I bought on so quickly, is it wasn't what I expected, and in a good way.
Maybe I wouldn't have been made fun of so much as a kid if this was around. If they're making,
Geeks and Nerds
girl or whatever they used to call it. Yeah, exactly. It's funny.
And this is Christina Ricci, who played Wednesday in the movies. So, and of course, she's a cute redhead in this one. So,
that's
a bubbly.
Her now?
Yeah, that's Christina Ricci. So she's a bubbly. She's like the house mom, and she's like a bubbly, happy ray of sunshine. Totally opposite of Wednesday.
Yeah, she's the only muggle.
Not me. And what's fun too, of course, we get Uncle Fester and one. Yeah, I mean, these aren't, obviously you're gonna get Uncle Fester. And that's the guy from Saturday Night Live. Oh, what's his name?
Fred Armisen.
Thank you. Yep. And that's the what song did they do? That was the with the shaking their heads. The Saturday Night Live skit. They ended up doing a movie. Wasn't Fred in that
Night
one?
at the Roxbury?
Yeah,
What is
Night at
love?
the Roxbury.
Oh,
what is
Call It Love.
Okay, what is this? Baby, don't hurt me.
Yeah, that one.
I can't do my next
that one.
Yeah,
I don't think that was Armisen though, buddy. I think that was Will Ferrell and the guy that played Mango.
Oh, was it?
It was
Ferrell
and Catan, Chris Catan.
Chris
I
Catan.
was like, Emilio. Sorry, I love that movie. It's so dumb.
So there's Christina Ricci.
I don't even remember Armisen much on Saturday Night Live. He was just like an add-on, but
yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, what is love? Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I love
that one.
Yeah. Jessica Fletcher's responsible for them. Yeah, it must be yeah. I'm not that smart, guy, so yeah, with actors, yeah. Armisen with thank you, yeah.
I don't know who Armisen is. Is that what you said?
Yeah. He did
Portlandia, Courtney. You ever saw that? That was kind of, yeah.
I've never seen I've seen partial episodes, kind of, but I've never watched it. That's like the hipster Portland show.
Yeah,
right?
he gets a lot of voice work too. He and the guy that does Jerry Smith's voice, what's that guy's name? That was on Saturday Night Live. He does a lot of voice work too for cartoons and stuff.
Well, Fred Armisen basically did Obama. Oh, okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Mark, I'm just going to leave it with this: I can't believe you stopped at episode 7. Wait till you're finished with episode.
Well, I had
8.
to do the show tonight, so
I know.
Otherwise the show.
You haven't watched it yet?
Yeah, so we watched, and the fun thing was, I'm always looking for stuff I can watch with the missus that's not sci-fi or superheroes. So this was a good show for us to watch together.
Did she like it?
She loved it. Yeah, she liked it. Yeah. So we're practicing the Wednesday dance every night. No, just
Mark, I was shocked by the ending. Do you want to know what surprised me the most in the last episode? I'll tell you now. When they're doing the
Galactus shows up.
No, I'm kidding, Courtney. I'm kidding.
Okay.
I wouldn't. I don't spoil stuff. I never do. That would be
I'm just making sure. Sometimes people do it by mistake.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope.
No, don't do it. But yeah, so no, it's been fun. So total contrast to Velma, which I think Velma. God, Mindy Kaling would have loved to have like half the popularity of this show, but there's no anger in this show. You just fall in love with the character,
Right.
and her friends, and it's all very organic, and acting's good. The house mom is Captain Phasma, who's got much more to do in this than in the
Wow.
and then the news and the new horrible alleged Star Wars
Oh,
sequels.
that's who that lady was. Okay.
She's
Gwendolyn
in
Christie.
everything, man, huh? She really is.
Yeah.
That lady gets a lot of work. She
Yeah.
was in Star Wars. She was in Game of Thrones. She was in Sandman. She's in this.
Yeah, they don't have a picture of her. How come they don't have?
Yeah, there was a picture of her earlier where she was laying on the floor, biting
Well,
Wednesday's
see.
pigtail.
Well, while you're scrolling, Mark, one other part of it, the plots I thought that was interesting is the way they let out some family drama in the whole
that was
concept of the
interesting,
whole
yeah.
plot behind the scenes.
That was interesting. Yeah.
Was very interesting and presented like a real family dynamic, what you see in real life. It was a little dramatic and was not bad. It was really actually kind of interesting, and especially how it tied into the overall larger plot too.
Yeah. So
You guys
Wednesday's
are
going.
making me really, really excited now. Like I'm going.
Courtney's gonna leave and go watch the show now.
I know. I'm like,
Like I said, it's worth giving it a chance if you want to. At the end, you'll
is
like
it only
it.
on
Or what.
HBO Max? Is that it?
Captain
Oh, and catch
Phasma.
Is it only on HBO Max? Is that what I'm seeing below?
Yes.
Yep.
Velma's on HBO Max. Yeah.
Oh, not Velma.
Wednesday-
No, I was talking about Wednesday.
Wednesday's on Netflix.
Oh, that's Netflix. Yep. Netflix.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay, good.
Yep. So yeah, Gwendolyn Christie. So she's got a good major role in this, and she's very good in it. And of course, they built her up as Captain Phasma. I think she got
Oh my God.
30 seconds, and then got killed by
Or thrown in a
Darth
dumpster.
Maul went up at her. Oh my God, it was horrible. And
You
they
know-
built the character up, all these action figures, and she
I-
didn't get to do anything.
I
I
gotta
thought
say
the
this.
janitor killed her.
Yeah, but I gotta
Yeah.
say this: Mark D with the C did something that I didn't think was possible. He actually made me like The Force Awakens even less now, because I mean, how good she was in this series. Why was she even in Captain Phasma? Why?
She's wasted.
Just wait. I mean, this
I don't know. She
great, wonderful actress that just had so much to offer was just like a throwaway script. I mean, like thrown in the trash like they did in Star Wars. But man.
She was great in Game of Thrones. I think probably one of the best casting choices from the books that they did, and she was really good as Lucifer and Sandman.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, she was good in that. Yeah.
And now that we're talking about her, I think overall the casting in this series was solid. Between the sheriff, the mayor, all of the roles, really, the friend, roommate, the werewolf, the other side people, the sirens. It really was an amazing cast that they put together. Very
and
well
good
acted.
writing. Combine that with the good writing. So, So Wade says he's hates being sick. So hopefully you feel better, buddy.
Feel better.
So hope you feel better. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we'll make you. Maybe we can put you to sleep tonight if we get
Yes,
real
that's-
boring.
We're very excited when we start talking about things like this and food and music.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll get to food eventually. Tiger Stripes. Yeah, we talked about, if you rewind later, we did talk about Velma, and it's just a real disappointment, and that's why it was. You can contrast these two series with, how to do it right and how to do it wrong, and how to make something appealing for an old character. How you make it appealing by sticking to the core of the character, which made the character popular, not by changing the fundamentals of the character.
Exactly.
Superficial things you can change, but this show did a really, really great job, and a tribute to the writers too. So it makes you want to watch that next episode, which is I'm glad we didn't binge it all at once, because then it's
Those of you that saw, what did you think of the of them using the practical effects for the thing? Not the thing, but for Thing. I thought that was interesting. They were saying like 80% of what you see on screen was a practical effect. It was actually an actor's hand with the little prosthetic on top that they did it.
Well, they probably
they
put
were
like
gonna-
a green sleeve to cover.
Yeah,
up the guy's
that's
arm,
exactly
probably.
what they did. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, it was so realistic. At least in my opinion, it was so realistic. It was like a real hand there doing its thing. I mean, I didn't even know that till you just mentioned that.
I saw a little.
Well, that's why it looks so good.
Somebody did a little thing on YouTube about it. It was pretty interesting, and they had Jenna Ortega talking about it, and then they showed the guy with the sleeve on and everything. It was kind of cool.
I'm going to put a poll
can't
in.
wait to
Let's
see
see.
it.
So we'll do A.
I haven't watched
B.
like a whole series except for Promised Land with with Latino Surveillance Channel, and I can't tell you how long. And this one is going to be the second one in probably like 6 years.
And Promised Land got canceled. Didn't that get canceled this after one?
Yep.
Yeah,
It
the
did
whole
after
cast
one
did.
episode. It was John
one
Ortiz
season?
is so good in it too. He's so nice. I love him.
Yeah, and then I think Paulie's stream got pulled down when I was watching
Yep.
that. When he had the cast and crew on, they were showing clips of the show,
Yep.
and then
Yep.
they YouTube pulled the show down. It was
I
all right.
remember,
So here, everyone
but that
can
was a
vote
good
on
one.
it.
Yeah.
There's no F because there's no way Wednesday's an F. You're not allowed to vote F on Wednesday. So, and it's my poll. So yeah, but yeah, everyone wanted to be in Star Wars sequels. No one could have known how it turned out. Yeah. Well, it's another thing too. Like the girl that played the character. Oh, the action figures are still in the pegs. What's her name? See, I'm forgetting the character's
Rose.
name. Rose, yeah, Rose Tico, and she's probably one of the most gorgeous women in Hollywood. And they put her in that big baggy outfit and didn't give her anything to do. And then of course it all flipped to being, when she got criticized, it wasn't her that was getting criticized. It was the character and the writing and how bad the show was. So, oh, you can't see the poll, Lisa?
No, I think she has to see the.
Oh, can't vote.
Yeah,
See it.
so
Okay,
not
thank you
movie.
for being honest. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and Ray is another contrast. Ray to Wednesday. It's
Your Muslim uncle. Okay, I trust his opinion too.
yeah, he's
Her or him. I don't know if it's he or she or they or I don't know, but I trust that person's opinion.
yeah. It was a fun series. It was little tiny bits of stuff that I didn't like, but I can ignore that stuff.
And like
It's
Mark,
just
you said earlier, most of the time, if it was there, it was done and gone. It wasn't, which is different to a lot of the modern shows, is that they pound it into your head. It just kind of like you blink, you didn't see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
it
point,
wasn't the
Devin.
overall-
I could, if you asked me right now to tell you one of the things, I can't remember it. I can't recall it offhand. Where I was like, "Oh, that's ridiculous." You're trying to, don't
couple
virtue
comments
signal
on
with
class, I think, quote unquote class, but very minor, and it wasn't the
Gotcha.
overall arcing thing on the show where Velma, the first two episodes, I keep hammering the same things, about why
Right.
Fred's such a bad guy and all these ridiculous.
Oh, I did think of something. The Pilgrims. There was a couple of slights at,
Yeah, but that wasn't too, wasn't too bad.
Right.
But yeah.
It's kind of par for the course too nowadays.
Yeah.
For goodness sake,
Yeah.
yeah.
But you know
But
what?
that
Even
was-
that could be understandable. I mean, the Pilgrims, whatever. But these are people, whether witches, whatever, and if they were tormented and harassed by the Pilgrims, then of course they're going to look back on them, kind of not in a good light.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it wasn't.
It makes sense.
It wasn't really. Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
But it didn't dwell on it so much as the point of. Well, I don't want
Yeah.
to blow the plot line there.
Yeah, you can't really say much about why that.
Yeah.
There's a amusement park in town, or like a theme park that's like a pilgrim theme park with witches or going after witches, I think. Or
Mhm.
Yeah.
that's
Be
not a-
putting the stocks.
yeah.
There's so much
Yeah.
good witch stuff related to redheads.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
I just had to throw that out there. I like
That's true.
reading about all that.
But this was really really fun. Oh, here's the thing. Yeah, thing hand. Yep, must be a model. Yeah, so everyone's like 3D printing these right now. I got to print one, I guess, too.
Do you have a 3D printer?
Oh yeah, 3D printer. Yep.
What?
Love 3D printing. Yeah,
No
you've
way.
seen my. Here, I'll
He's
show
done
you
whole
my guys.
shows, Courtney. You got to go back and watch.
How have I've been on a lot of the shows? How have I missed it? Oh, I'm not on this show. On his channel. I do. I didn't mean channel, sorry.
Well, I mean,
I can't talk tonight.
I should do more 3D printing stuff. Actually,
He really only prints
So
stuff for
if you-
Raquel, but he does print stuff and
yeah,
himself.
I got, and Mike, I got that ship to send you. I'm painting it still.
Oh, you showed that. I didn't know you 3D
Yeah,
printed
it's 3D
that.
printed. Yeah, that's Eddie. Yeah,
What?
yeah,
That
it's
is
3D
cool.
printed. Isn't that cool? I got to paint him, but maybe I'll just paint his eyes white and his teeth white.
I remember you
That's-
showing that. I thought you picked that up somewhere.
No, I
Wow.
printed that. Yep. And here's
Very
my
cool.
Doomsday machine.
Well, Donnie,
Oh
I
my
hate that
gosh.
movie, but you know what? I wouldn't mind if you judged me all day long. You can judge me; it's okay. Just you though.
What was the
Sorry.
So I'm sorry. Am I supposed to be afraid of that? It looks like a big
Yes.
bugle. I
It
just
reminds
Don't
me of
eat it,
the
Dad,
wheel,
man.
or like a something else. that
That's
you
one
were
of
in
the
space,
Star Trek. One of the great Star
sorry.
Trek weapons of all
and it was
time.
bigger than your ship. You'd be afraid of it.
Look at
It
the
just
horror
looks
of
so
this,
big.
Dad, man.
It's just a
This is gonna
supersized bugle.
Look at this is going to be horrible, Dad, man.
Yep.
Luke Skywalker is trying to get away, and he
Oh,
gets
no.
eaten by the planet
No.
killer.
Mark playing with toys. I love it. We get to see him play with the toys.
That is a huge X-wing, dude.
Yeah, well, not the scale. but
Considering
yeah,
a Star Destroyer could fit in there easily, that's a big boy.
Yeah.
Swing.
Yeah, I got it. I know. I got to give you guys a hard time on the Star Trek side sometimes.
So y'all better start learning the Hooday cheer. Hooday, Hooday.
Who day? So that's
Don't
live
tell
long and
Claudia that.
prosper.
They're already doing it here.
awesome.
I guarantee you. I've been doing it last year. They're doing it
What,
now.
like, what do you put in? I'm not going to make this all about 3D printing, but what do you put in there? Like, is it a certain?
So
is it a
it's-
different
it's,
material for different
Well,
things, or?
it's filament, so it's
Oh,
it's
okay.
like a plastic
does.
that gets melted. Let's see if I can connect to my 3D printer at work. Let's see if it's still light's still on. Hold on. Let me try to do it. Let's see here. See if that works. But no, it's a lot of fun. So I saw people were 3D printing a lot of the thing hands and stuff. So stuff like that you can print. You can print pretty easily. So
I
let's
want a
see
thin
here.
hand. These are cool.
Yeah. So you, well, here, let's try to print one right now.
Why didn't they
Let's
race
see if I-
swap Thing?
Yeah, they should have, right? Yeah.
Thing is not diverse enough.
That
Well, you
was
know,
one thing that really
Thing's not
upset me
diverse at all.
because those movies or like characters that I loved as a child, that like Annie. I know like everyone said that was, it was good, but I just, making Annie not like a ginger, kind of.
It's kind of integral to the character in some ways too. That's the
Yeah,
Well,
that's the
it.
problem with
Oh, yeah.
that's what
I thought they kept her a
Well,
redhead.
I was gonna-
oh, we lost your Claudia. Yep.
Hey Todd,
Hey Todd.
Yeah.
that's
I'm
my
not
buddy.
sure. I don't know if that's peace of mind or not. I can't remember from the
And
but we're losing your mic. You're
they always
Oh, that's not- I thought it was
the
me.
original. Hear
I can't hear.
oh,
Claudia,
must
if
be
you're
your mic.
saying, can you hear me? We can't, buddy.
Okay, yeah, I wondered if it was just me.
I guess his interwebs is probably
You sound like Max Headroom and barely, not even like we can hardly hear you.
Well, I don't know
there
what's
you go.
going
Now
on.
you're catching up probably. Yep. Now you're back. Now it's probably just
You hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
here
sound
you
good.
are.
Yeah, now I'm back on. It could be I think it's my
you're
internet.
back.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
5x5
I'm
now,
sorry,
brother.
Claudia.
Repeat your last.
I'm
sir.
sorry, buddy.
That's okay.
There's the thing.
I was just going to say that
These are all
the
3D
actor that
printed?
plays Thing in this show, they're playing Thing over the years.
You're out again.
Typecast
Yeah,
and
yeah.
largely hand rolls. You know,
We couldn't hear you, Cobby, for a second there.
You know whose hand that is, though, don't you?
No.
No, who's hand
Try
is
to-
it?
Because they're in the same universe now because they're all owned by the same studio. That's Ash's hand from Evil Dead 2.
Really?
Ah.
There's a theory of that, yeah, because they're both owned. The properties are both
Yeah.
owned by the same.
I used to have a chair like that. Sorry, I got really excited. The hand chair, like the old hand chairs from like in the day. I can't hear anyone now.
A Wednesday thing lamp. That's kind of creepy and kooky. Yep. So you could print the hand and then turn to a lamp. Yep. So basically, if you go to Thingiverse, you can find different
lost
different
somebody.
models. Oh, who do we lose? I probably lost.
Now,
Do we? Oh, you're back now, Mike. Yep.
you guys hear me?
We can hear you. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep,
Sorry
we
about that. I
gotcha.
don't know what's going on. Stupid ass computer or StreamYards. I don't know.
StreamYards or something. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's what happens. Yep.
It probably
So,
just realized I was making a dumb joke and I didn't want anyone to hear it. So go ahead.
Yeah. So there's all these things you can print. So,
Mark,
yeah,
somebody
let's see.
printed that Kirby. That's pretty cool.
Which Kirby?
You can-
Oh,
Right there.
Oh yeah.
right here, right? Yep.
So you can
fume
3D
extractor.
print? Oreos.
Yeah, but you can't eat them though.
Not yet. This is the precursor to the replicator, though, right? It's a 3D printer.
Well, yeah. So let's look up Iron Maiden. Let's see if we can tell Todd what. I'm not sure what. Let's see if they tell us where that was from. So here's. Is that the? That's my. It's a little bit different because that's a potted plant, Eddie, but it looks like it's a remix of another. Here's the remix from this one. Yeah, this is the one that I printed. Yeah, Eddie the Ed, and so the designer was One Eye Visions. Let's see. This is a sculpture I did 23 years ago in clay. It's based on Derek Riggs' Iron Man cover Aces High. I ran a mold and did latex shell and polymer film. So yeah, so he did a really nice job on this. So very cool. There we go. That's Aces High. Yep. So cool stuff. Yep. So Eddie's got a lot of really good good.
Mark, does Nick
characters.
want you to print him one of those, buddy?
Yeah, I could print one for Nick. Yeah, gotta print a bunch of those. Yep. Those are cool. Yep. So they're not. What's good about Eddie printing him? He doesn't have to be super detailed. So it's good to have him. Let's see. Did we lose Courtney? That's what happens when you're
I don't know.
looking at the other
Courtney.
screen. Yep. Let's see what happened. Yep. I'm sure Courtney will be back. Yep. I have a filament printer. I'd love to get a resin printer someday, but let's see if I can connect to here. Hopefully that's Courtney coming.
There's
back
Courtney.
here. There's Courtney. All right.
Hey, Courtney.
Courtney's back. Hey, Courtney. Hopefully we can hear.
Yeah.
Courtney.
So
So yeah,
Yeah.
the internet plays havoc on some of these streams sometimes. So I'm amazed it works.
Ooh, so it goes
as well as
again.
It works sometimes. Oh, no.
Tiger Stripes was asking if you have a printer or a filament printer. You have 3D printers, resin,
Yeah, for
resin or
film-
filament.
No, so I
filament.
have the filament. So the resin is where it prints upside down, and it's in a bath, and you cure it. And filaments, think of like it heats it up, and it squirts out the plastic. So I'm trying to get my.
Which
connect
one's
to my-
better?
Well, it's not really better. It's a matter of convenience and what kind of stuff you're trying to print. So a resin printer is really good for high detailed stuff and figures. Like say if you're doing
Okay.
D&D figures, or so they've got a lot of detail that they can print on a resin printer, and it actually prints upside down in a bath. So it's really cool. It does every level at a time, but it puts it in a bath like this, so it moves the printer. The stuff goes up, which is funny. So it's upside down as it prints, but it's and you cure it with lights. Let's see if I show a video of that. Let's see, resin printing. let's see. So here's Form 3D. So here, I don't play their whole video, but just so you can see where it goes. And it does a line, it dips it, and it goes back up again. And then then as it cures it with the light, and then it moves up. So it's like it's almost like dipping a thing in a chocolate. You're going into chocolate to do the food reference there.
Yeah.
Hey, Courtney's back. Good.
Courtney.
Yeah. And Hungry says if he goes radio silent, it means he fell prey to exhaustion. So potential. No apologies. Yeah.
Oh,
You fall asleep. It's all good. We're
way
doing
it goes, man. Different time.
We're
You're a
doing our
different part of the
job, yeah.
world, dude. Yeah.
Right,
I think I figured out that when someone's using that microwave downstairs, that's every time it happens. That I get
They
kicked
knock
off.
you off the internet.
Yeah.
Wow, weird.
Well, that's not
Weird,
good.
wild stuff.
You can't knock Courtney off the internet when she's doing a show.
Yeah, Donnie
Oh,
Pearson,
Hungry
sorry
Boy,
about your
thank
Seahawks.
you. I should give him a shout out
Yes.
if I hit the right button. I hit the mute instead. My avatar was drawn by. Well, now tonight he's hungry for 500 more episodes of the Clubhouse.
Oh,
In the
thank you,
club.
buddy. Appreciate
you,
that.
man.
Yep.
Very
We
nice.
did 500
That's what's
episodes as a
present.
whole. Yeah.
So let's
Yes,
see.
sir.
Let's connect to my 3D printer here. It works. See if I can get there. Come on, connect. Let's see if it works. But yeah. So you can do a complicated stuff like that from the upside down versus a filament printer. I'll try to start to print something. It'd be fun to do, and just show you how to print something. So what I wanted to print was the cover for my Imperial Cruiser.
Ashley's here.
Ashley!
Sorry. You guys remember Ashley?
Hey, Ashley. Yeah.
That's my best girlfriend.
Great.
We're from the same area.
Here we go. All right. So here we'll do a quick 3D printing thing. So I've got to print this battery cover for my troop transport, right? So the battery cover is gone, right? So Retro Blast, I watched his video and I got everything working again. So what you can do here, let me share my screen, which would help explain things. Now they found this. Yep. So what you do here, here's the troop transport that's missing I'm missing my battery cover. Everyone lost their battery cover as a kid, right? Who doesn't have toys that didn't lose the battery covers? Yep. So let's see here. So what I'm going to do is you go to Thingiverse, you can do download all files. So I'm going to download these files to my documents here. So let me download these, and then let's put it under my Star Wars directory. So you download the file. So the good thing is they've, someone's done the work, and obviously, give them credit for doing this work. So this person has created this, the battery cover. I actually did the side that was missing on the troop transport. And here's the battery cover that everyone lost. So now that I downloaded that, let's go. Then what you have to do is you've got to turn it into a 3D file that you can use. So once you download it, so let me go into my other computer here, computer window here.
All these computers, I'm already confused.
You're already confused, right?
No, I'm just joking. You're like, let me go to my other computer.
Yeah, well, because I have the I can actually access the computer. Oh, can I get that window to go across the screen? Oh, whenever you try to do a live demo, then it gets messed. Oh, here I go. I'll fix that. Yeah, so you can see. So make that full screen. So this is actually this is the view from my 3D printer. So if we go here, I can show like a time lapse here. Let's look at the phaser stand that I just did. And let's, can I play that? Let's say view that. So here's the phaser stand
Hey,
that I did.
nice. Mark
that's-
Tiger had a question for you. Should I read it to you?
Oh yeah, because I got the screen off. Yeah, yep.
She says, "Is it true that the troop transport toy wasn't in the original Star Wars trilogy?" Which that is true. So when it was shown in Mando, all the former kids who had one plotzed, PLOTZED. I don't know what that means.
Yes. Yeah, went nuts. yeah. So 100%.
They went nuts,
yeah.
though.
So
Yeah.
they went totally nuts. Yeah. So so it was in the. They made the toy, and then Sears also had a version.
But it was
too.
never in the
It was like a
movies.
Sears exclusive. Never in any of the movies. Never made the movie. So I'm trying to remember the history. Retroblasting was here to help us out, but I don't know if Kenner create. I think Kenner created it just to have a cool, like a cool troop transport. And it was never ended up in any of the movies. So
It was a
a
cool toy
Mandalorian.
too. You could hold
Yeah.
what was it, 10 figures, Mark? Right, 2 in the front,
I'll go.
and
Yeah,
4 and 4. Yeah,
Let me go get it. I'll be right back. Yep. You guys.
the most
guys can do it, yeah.
ridiculous door though, right? It was like that U-shaped door.
Yeah.
Obviously
Yeah.
not
It
very
was very
tactically
cool.
practical, but still, yes, very
Yeah.
very cool.
Yes, it is very cool. And again, Donnie Pearson, condolences on your Seahawks, but your other team still plays tomorrow night. So there you go. You never know. I think they're going to win.
Oh,
I can't remember who I
Seahawks
picked
are
up.
out. Sorry.
Yes.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Condolences. Mm,
They
I
got
wanted to
knocked
smile.
out yesterday by the 49ers.
I didn't
But-
even know that.
But Donnie is also a fan of the Cowboys. And tomorrow night, maybe
Oh,
they'll
the
win.
cowgirls, get out of here.
Well, I think
I'm just-
I'll be
No,
surprised.
I read a stat. I think Brady's like 8-0, 7-0 against the Cowboys, and like 3-0 against Dak Prescott. So, and I know the last time Dallas went to Tampa Bay in the playoffs, they lost, played badly.
Brady has this weird, ridiculous, insane deal with the devil kind of playoff luck that I wouldn't be surprised if they. And Dallas,
Yeah.
on the other hand, is snake bit in the playoffs. So Dallas
The
right now is
Eagles-
probably a better team, but
Oh yeah,
The Patriots when Tom Brady was with them.
yep. At least, I don't think Brady's ever missed the playoffs. Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, it is.
I don't think-
I remember when they were
He's
making
stop.
jokes saying that he was going to need to attach another finger for
He's
his
getting there.
Super Bowl.
But even if he does, but he even though he hasn't won every single year he's played, I don't think he's missed the playoffs as a starter when he finished the season. If I'm not mistaken, that's insanity.
That's
Donnie
crazy.
Pearson, you're making
Because-
me feel bad.
Because Belichick never missed him till this year.
yep.
Oh,
Yeah, there was remember when Brady came back in that Super Bowl from all those points?
I do because it was Atlanta,
What
and I
team
loved
was
loved
that?
every
Yes.
second of it. I was a Brady fan that day. That's a
Yeah.
great toy, though.
We all were.
So
that's
here's
cool,
the
Mark.
troop transport, and if you push the button on top, well, here I have to turn off the crisp here. Let's see here. Let's turn off the noise cancellation so you could hear it.
Very cool.
So there's a little record player in this sucker that's very finicky, and the motor locks up a lot. So I watched retroblasting video and took the thing apart and was able to fix it. And you just basically got to put some oil in it. But it's actually a little mini record player, and the buttons correspond to a section of the record player. There's a gear system, so it's a truly mechanical system. And I've purchased on eBay. I got another door to put on here.
Nice.
So I've got to put that door. Well, it goes. Which way does it go? That way. But I got to heat it up to put it on because the hinge is kind of. It's not even a hinge. It's just a snap-on plastic. So I want to heat that up before I put that on. So of course I got to print the battery cover. So that.
That is a
So
big
that
old
works.
D battery in there, dude.
Yeah, classic D battery. Yep. And of course, as my daughter just gave me this for Christmas, so I got to do an unboxing of this. So I've got the new one and the old one to compare, which is cool. So this one's a little bit more practical, I guess. Like the joke was, how do you get into the pods on the side? So I guess there's a way. In Mando, they showed like a way they could crawl through and get into the side pods, which is neat. So yeah, that was really good.
You have to remember, folks, when Mark was a kid, every toy that had a battery was either a D cell or an 8-volt.
I remember I bought rechargeable batteries because I had a remote control car, and I'm like, it was getting so expensive. So I was into, saving the planet way back. Of course, my incentive was, not having to spend money on rechargeable batteries. So I just 3D printed this the other day because I got the new phaser, and of course I found that on Thingiver. That's what I just showed you as this was printing. So I'll play this again as I talk about it. So this, you start with nothing. And this is a stand for your phaser. I printed it in black because I thought people were printing in gold and coloring it, but I thought it took away from the look of the phaser if you had like a yellow or gold.
Holy future is what I have to say about this.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm like in the future that you can just do that.
Yeah, it is the future. Yeah, it's Jetsons.
The future,
It
where
is.
we are going to spend the rest of our lives.
Hey, guess what? They never. I was promised a hover car. 2020. What happened? We didn't get a hover car. Definitely
you
not.
got a 3D printer. And here's the Playmates phaser.
No one gets
that
that
just
quote?
came out.
Wow.
Yeah, what quote? What's that? Say that again. Let's see if I get it.
The future, where we are going to spend the rest of our lives.
I'm not getting the movie. Now, could that be? That's not Back to the Future now. No.
Well, did you ever see a movie called Plan 9 from Outer Space?
Oh yeah.
Ed Wood.
Ed Wood. Yep.
Years.
Criswell. Oh, well, nice.
Of course, Hungry Boy gets
Hungry
it.
Boys got it. Way to go, buddy.
There we go.
I love Ed Wood.
And
Great movie.
So we're gonna self-destruct here now.
Watch out.
I think the first time we ever heard that noise was in Conscience of the King, right? Probably.
Right?
Remember the phaser got left in Kirk's quarters on overload?
Self on overload. Yep.
So, Mark, did you printed that? I mean, you printed that whole thing, and then what did you put the sound in it, or did you print the bottom and you already?
No, just the bottom. Just the.
Okay.
Just the
that top piece
just
of putting
the
sound
just
in
the
it's
bottom.
crazy. Okay.
Yeah. So
gotcha.
but it's a great way to have a stand for your
Yeah.
to hold. So you put this on the.
Oh, I'm sorry.
desk.
I'm sorry, Fanty. I wasn't trying to Stanley either one of you. I just looked at the wrong thing. You get equal credit. St. Criswell. Sorry, buddy.
Right?
He's like, I did it first. I would be like that.
Stan Lee created everything. Come on. Well, so nice.
Actually, I think Phantom Outsider created everything. Go ahead. Reading what?
I was reading a new comic today, and actually, it's so nice to open. It says that Batman, created by what's his name, with Bill Finger.
Bob Connie, I think his name is Bob or Connie or whatever, and Bill Finger, who really did know.
Yep. So that's so nice to see that, just opening that up and seeing that. So that's really, really cool. So let me, as we're talking, I'm going to try to download a model in 3D print. Why not? We can do that.
Look at
live on
Cal's
stream.
comment. He said, no, Jennifer Lawrence created everything. Even Stanley himself.
Well, we all know that, right? Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but Stan Lee created things. Created creativity.
Right? Well, we could go down that rabbit hole, but maybe we won't. But
no, let's not.
Not a good one. It doesn't end. It doesn't end well.
Not
right?
worth the risk, buddy.
Yeah.
Not worth the risk.
Yep. But so let me open up my 3D program here. It's always fun to do this kind of stuff. So I don't know if you guys find it interesting, but hopefully someone out there finds it interesting how to do 3D printing. So let me open up the program here. It's actually not that difficult to do once you kind of have the machine set up and all the you got it running. Once you got it running, it's just getting to that state where it runs well. That's really difficult. So it's there's a lot of things can go wrong, and prints don't go well, or the filament will break, that kind of stuff. Where it's all of a sudden you're like, oh crud. But then when you get it working, it's a lot of fun. So I'm gonna let's see. I got some pictures here I can show good. So while I'm doing that, let's bring this over. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Here's some 3D printing stuff I can show. So here's share this, present, share screen. Yeah, Stan Lee created 3D printing too.
True.
So
Mark,
here's
can you print a weapon, or is the second rule of law of
Oh yeah, we're not going
robotics
to talk
prevent-
about that. Yeah, talk about that. Yeah. No.
You can't talk about it here.
Yeah. Nope, you can definitely not do that.
There are rules.
So this is a Cylon. Sorry, Pat. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. This is a Cylon base star, but half not kidding. Unfortunately, the way things are going.
All right, I just needed an axe for my He-Man action figure, but that's cool, dude.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. It's great for stuff for action figures. So
I
did
thought
this
the
for Brightest
Cylon
Day.
looked like two space saucers on top of each other. What is that?
Well,
now?
this is one half. So like for 3D printing, you cut it in half here.
Okay.
So you can because what you want to do, you want to have a base that you can print on. So it's so you split the model in half, so you can print one half and the other half and glue it together. So that was like a test that I did of a small version, and then here's the full size version. So I don't know if Brightest Day finished this. I hope we did. He was going to paint it, and hopefully we're going to do a stream on it. So. But I don't know if he's finished it, or it's been a while since I sent it to him. But he was going to sand it and paint it. And hail to Grim. How's it going?
Grim.
Rooting for the Eagles. Giants are going to beat the Eagles next week. No problem. Right?
Yeah. Giants will take the Eagles. I'm kidding. I'm not too kidding. According to the Eagles, don't really have their unless they get their quarterback back, they're in trouble.
Ertz is gonna be there. That's
Is
why
Ertz gonna be there?
he was lucky they had
I hope so.
we were lucky they had a bye week, so he could heal up a little better.
Yeah, but
He's-
there's some
without
gritty
him,
about
you'd
the
be in trouble.
Giants team, though. There's watching the
Yeah.
Giants team.
I mean, no,
I think
at
it's some
home,
gritty
the
about
Eagles
them.
should have a big advantage. Yeah.
Oh yeah, well you know
Yeah,
what?
you're right.
The Eagles fans will beat up the entire other team if they don't win. I'm sorry, Eagles fans are so bad.
True.
Well, but see, the Giants have had the history of being a bottom seed and going all the way to Super Bowl. So I know it's a different team.
We've
but,
done it before,
hey,
right? Bottom seed. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not going to say anything because I'm going to be nice because I feel bad for making fun of the Seahawks earlier with whoever said that. I'm going to.
No,
try and
I
be a
probably- I
polite
think-
Philadelphia girl.
No, I think Philadelphia's got the better shot to win this one if Hurts is fully there.
Yeah.
I'm a Giants fan
'Cause-
too. Obviously would say that, but it's,
Tim Stock.
Hey Tim.
Yeah.
Hi,
This is when I
On
was
your left.
upgrading my 3D printer. Oops, sorry for the bad video. I don't even know.
What in the hell was that, boy?
I probably hit video. You know when you hit the video instead of hitting the take a picture. So as I was taking the printer apart, I was taking a video just to you're checking to see where all the colors of the wires and what it's more. This is
right.
This is more just for me. So what was there? What wire went where? Which is always good to do when you're
always cut the blue wire.
Always cut the blue wire, right?
Cut the blue wire. No, did you say cut the red wire? No, I said cut the blue wire. You sure you said cut the red one? Yeah, no, cut the red wire. You said cut the blue wire.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone knows what movie that's from. More or
Airplane?
less,
No,
even though I jumbled it. It has a 3 at the end of it.
it has a 3.
Lethal Weapon
Yeah.
3.
There you go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So, Mark, did
So
you purchase this for work or for home?
It's for work. It's definitely for work.
That's what I thought.
Nothing.
That's good because
Yeah,
I
it's
would have
totally
loved
for
to have
work,
been
yeah.
there for the Mrs. D conversation of why we need this. But, honey, I'll put all kinds of cool, useless stuff for around the house, like a knife holder and a spoon
Yeah.
holder and
Yeah.
Bob
Mark's in the
Euchre's,
garage putting spice racks for the neighbors for Christmas.
There's
So
an
that's
Eagles
a
joke
new,
right there from Bob Euchre. Guy fell out of the second level of Veterans Stadium, got up unharmed, and the crowd booed. Whoa.
Yeah, crowd booed, yeah. Didn't the guy from the Cowboys, Michael Irving, he almost broke, was
Irvin busted
paralyzed in the
broke his almost. Yeah, he was
neck, right?
seriously hurt, and that was when the
They were-
vet had
they
that
were booing.
horrible turf that was with all the big like chunks in it, and I mean
Yeah,
they
it
had to
was
stop
bad.
up. They stopped the preseason game one time because of how bad the turf was. The Ravens refused to play on it.
Oh wow.
I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back.
Gotcha. Ryan Billick refused to play on it. They had like boards on the floor. That a lot of people's careers were ruined at the the horrible turf.
It was they played on concrete
It's
basically.
on
though, right?
concrete, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So here's the base star. I'll put not glued, but I just put it side by side so you can see how big it is. It's
That's supposed to be
came
a
out
base
pretty
star.
cool. The new Battlestar
I know.
Galactica, which
I just think it looks like poo-poo.
you haven't watched yet, which you should really watch.
How do you know I haven't? Maybe I just hate it so much I'm afraid to hurt anybody's feelings.
Call you watched in the last 15 days. It's
You know-
amazing.
Call Gil and tell him I've watched it, but I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings because I hated it so
you,
much.
you know, if I can say in here, that was actually another series that I really despised going into. I would say it pales in comparison to the original. We'll always compare. But when I got used to it, it was not as bad as I thought. It was a lot enjoyable. But, still, it will never be what the original was. And
You're not trying to talk me into anything, are you, Dad, man?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
No. I
know I'm just messing with you, but
I don't no, and because I tell you honestly, it took me a lot of getting into it to decide I wanted to. And what's funny, it was actually a stream that Mark was in the chat and Raquel was on the panel that actually got me to watching it, and I actually liked it and got into the whole series. But yeah, but it's not. But at the end of the day, I'm still.
Battlestar Galactica.
I'm still the original.
We're talking about
the
newer series.
Yeah,
a new one.
Because see, the base star is like that's not a base star. That's like two triangles.
Those
reversed on
old
each
base
other.
stars look so good. Those old ones are so cool.
Yeah. The old ships were so cool. They
Yeah.
were just
so much better. So much
Who can
better.
guess what this print was supposed to be?
I can't
That's
really.
what can happen when things go wrong.
Uh,
This is the dark side of 3D printing. Well, not so dark.
was that supposed to be the Doomsday Machine?
the
Yeah.
puzzle box from Hellraiser. Oh
It's
my
the
god!
Doomsday Machine.
Damn it.
You got it, Mike. Yep. Yeah. So look at So it just I don't know what happened to the 3D printer at that point, but it just went totally out
Right.
of whack.
He already
And,
made the puzzle box, but he used it, and he's kind of embarrassed to tell you what happened when he used it.
Yeah. It didn't go well. Yep.
Hello, Londoners. If I said that
hell.
right, Dragonstorm. Hey
I
there.
hope so. Yep.
Yeah,
We
how you
always
doing?
want to say people's names correctly, but
Yeah.
thank you for stopping by. Yep. So this is a 3D printed Doomsday Machine.
How long does that take?
There
Hi,
it is.
It
Madonna.
took about 18 hours to print. At
So
that
you sit there
scale.
the whole time and watch it, or do you go home and go to sleep and eat dinner? and
No,
stuff?
I have
Ladonis. I'm
you know,
sorry, I said it wrong. Ladonis.
Ladonis.
Sorry about that.
No, I have a camera that's on it, that's watching it, and I have
Okay.
a fire alarm there. That's the one thing about 3D printing. Some of these machines aren't made up to snuff. You never know. I mean, they don't have the same safety features, some of them. So you can buy actually like a fire extinguisher now for them, where you could have like a balloon basically filled with fire retardant material, or extinguishing material. So if, God forbid, a fire happens burn, melt that, and put out the fire. But you got to be real careful because you're dealing with high temperatures. So if something goes wrong, or if the wires get crossed, or something happens, it can go bad real quickly, unfortunately. So you never really want to leave it totally unattended.
So Mark, let me ask you this: if you're 90% done with that thing and it starts messing up, it's just screwed, right? Like,
oh, that's the worst. Yeah.
okay.
So that's what
No margin
that's
for
what
error.
drives you crazy. Yeah. So what?
Wow.
Play yakety sax, yakety heck. The process goes faster. Yeah. So here's a Warville that I printed. I got to do video. I'm behind on doing videos for these things, but so and I was going to put these on Etsy, and I never did. But I should have done it when the Orville was hot.
Yeah, it's over now.
So
if you list it as the Orville from season 1 and 2 too. Do yourself a favor.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
So this was a fun print to do. So not too bad time wise. It all goes down to scale. I mean, you're doing one line. Oh, Courtney says, I didn't realize I'm not there anymore. Yep, Courtney, come back anytime.
Oh, come back, Courtney. I thought I knew that was you, Stephen Walton. This is Globbin Time saying hello to you, sir.
Hey, Hal.
Nice.
Good
Thanks
to
for
see
stopping
you.
by.
So Clobby, it is officially over. McFarlane.
No, I was just saying I hated the third season so much that I don't really. To me, it's kind of dead. I'll watch it if it comes back, but it's very iffy. I don't think he wants to bring it back.
I don't either. I think he's got too much stuff going on.
Yeah,
I think he's tired of doing what he's doing. Period.
I wasted all that energy looking forward to it for so long, for season 3 to be that disappointed. I'm out, man. I mean, I'm out in the sense that if they don't make it, I don't care. I mean, if they makes it, I'll take a look at it. I'll watch it. But man, I was so disappointed in that third season, heartbroken by how bad it was.
Because you really were pumping it at the end of season 2,
going nuts. Yeah. I was over the moon that we're getting it back. I was so happy. I was sure it was going to be great, and I was sure even if it wasn't great, I would still just so that it's back would be fine and it wouldn't be horrible or anything. And man, it just hurt. How.
Well, especially that last episode, you could tell that was a send-off, a serious send-off.
Yes, yeah, but there were worse episodes than that one.
What a weird
I mean,
send-off.
I'm just saying that you knew.
Yeah.
In my mind, that told me that was the end of the series.
Yeah.
The way they wrapped everything up there.
Right.
I don't like the episode, but that was.
I only want season 4 if Steve Smith sings in every episode. That's the only thing. Acoustic guitar. The guy that plays the redheaded guy does the voice of Steve Smith on American Dad, Clobby. The guy that played Sergeant Malarkey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The helmsman. What's his name?
Oh,
nice
yeah, Scott Grimes. Scott Grimes is a cool dude.
Grimes, yeah.
I've interacted with him on Twitter, and he's nice to everybody. He's a nice fellow.
He is a nice guy, but come on, the acoustic guitar thing did get a little weird after a while, right? I mean, it seemed like every other episode he's pulling that sucker out and playing some songs and stuff. It was a little.
Yeah.
So here's a couple of Orvilles here. I'll start my.
We'll still love the ship now. I still love the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, first 2 seasons are great.
Yeah.
But here's a quick view.
Grimes is great.
Lighting there is tough to.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And then this one, I sanded the crud out of this one. I got to paint this one. So.
Oh yeah! Wow.
You can see the finish. The finish is.
Cool.
Looks like a regular model versus this one. We can see all the lines and the grain. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's tough to tell with the cameras here. But this has been sanded for quite a long time to get a flush finish. So I got to paint this one. The only problem with the Orville, unfortunately, the damn paint scheme is just so complicated.
Right.
So it
is.
I'm just gonna have to wing it in terms of I'm not gonna go totally crazy painting it.
If it's still sitting there, show everybody the Liberator.
Liberator's at work. I got that.
Okay.
But let me show the picture of it. Yeah, I got to get that to you. So I've been painting.
I'm crying, but at least I just want to at least let me see it once in a while.
Yeah,
we're fine.
Yeah,
the fact that one exists.
I apologize.
Look, at least one exists. That's okay because And you're telling me
doing-
it's mine, so at least I, in a way, own one. That's all that matters because I never
Yeah,
thought
it's
I ever
coming to
would.
you. So what I was trying to finish Raquel's first to get hers sent out to her.
No, I understand.
That's what's holding the box.
Don't worry
up,
about
so
that.
here's-
I'm just saying, like, I'm not even
Yeah.
trying to harangue you. I just kind of like to look at it to see it again, just to.
Yeah,
you know.
here we go. Here we go.
I did not think I'd live to ever have any kind of Liberator figure at all, or
So with
statue
the
at
power
all,
of 3D printing here.
or the
here,
power of
let's,
Mark D.
Let's see. Let me go back to Thingiverse here. Thingiverse. I'll just show the picture of the finished one there.
Oh, Donnie said he's got a. You got the Eagle Moss Orville, cool,
Nice, yeah.
and the shuttle. Oh, nice stuff.
I think that was the only official
Probably only
model.
did, yeah. Before they went
I
out of
think there
business.
was a resin printed one, maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Um,
That's cool.
That's a
Uh-oh.
Liberator.
Courtney has to run. She says, Mark, I have to go for the night. I just realized the time, and it's slow letting me back in, so I couldn't give the formal goodbye. Well, sorry, Courtney. Sorry about that, dear.
No, thank you for being here, and no, always appreciate you hanging out with us, and
Yeah.
anytime you can pop back in, all good. So
Good to see you, though.
Here. Yep, so great to see you, and have a great week, Courtney, and everyone. Sub to. I don't know if Courtney started doing
Streams?
streams again.
I don't know.
But if her description's in the show notes, and let me see, it's Courtney's. Here we go. So everyone sub to Courtney if you haven't subbed to Courtney, and
Nice.
follow her on Twitter. There's Courtney's channel. Yep.
There you go.
So thank you for hanging with us. Yep. Let's see. I'm trying to find the original.
Clobby, if you could have anything from the Orville, what would it be?
The ship, of course, is the low hanging fruit everyone would mention. So that, if there was one other though, I did like the shuttle. I actually like the shuttle in the first season better than the second one. They're both good though. I mean, the first two seasons rather than the third. But that one man, I forgot what they call it now. That one man fighter pilot, the thing that in the third season.
Oh yeah,
That's damn cool. What do they call that thing?
I remember what you're
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about.
What's it? The Hawk something or I can't remember what it was called now.
Sounds about right. Do you know what I would pick?
Hmm.
The security officer from the first season.
Oh well, no, I thought you were talking about ships. I mean, okay. Which one?
Without the makeup, the little blonde.
She's not a security officer. I think you mean the new
Yeah,
girl
wasn't
from
she
third
the one
season.
that was like super strong and stuff?
No, no, they were both dark haired in the first one, and then she came at the
Right,
end of the.
but in real life, she's a blondie. That's why I was.
Oh,
saying.
I don't know. Yeah, the second one's even hotter than the first one. I think maybe they're both super hot. So I'm with you. I thought we were talking about objects. I forgot you're objectifying women. Ooh.
Oh,
Evil.
sorry. Yeah, that was a joke, guys. It was a joke.
Yep.
Don't
He's,
hold
just,
on.
he's a sexist, but let's face it.
So Tiger
You
Stars
have
has a good
to pull that
question
up.
here.
Good.
Yeah, I missed. Sometimes I'm missing the chat when I'm searching, but yeah. So it's actually not that expensive. That's the thing. I thought it would be very expensive, but when you go into the program, it'll tell you how many feet of filament you need, and 30 feet. Excuse me. $30 for one reel can print quite a bit. So when you go into your,
Well, that's not too bad.
so it's about $20 to $30. So especially if you use like gray and you're gonna paint it. And a baby Yoda is not going to be that big. Grogu is not that big, so I don't think it would cost anywhere near $500. I think maybe, if you got someone to print it for you, they might charge you $500. I only charge you $4.99. No, just kidding. But no, usually what people go by is time to print.
Right.
But the filament is actually. It could go. Well, hey, we'll check a baby Grogu in a second. How much
It's
it would
the
cost
Disney.
to print.
It's the Disney licensing that costs so much, gang. That's why it's expensive.
Yeah, but
Well,
this
yeah.
stuff is it's not for it's you're not reselling it, so it's okay. You're not I guess if you sold baby Yodas, you might get into trouble. I don't know how that with the licensing and stuff how that goes, but I printed a bunch of Yodas and
Is there some
Baby
some
Yodas.
kind of software that keeps you from printing another 3D printer?
no.
and
Well,
selling it
maybe
to
they'll
people?
come out with that stuff down the road. But right now, these 3D printers are, all coming from China or overseas, and there's no, as far as I know, most of those, there's no regulations on those, or nothing built in, to stop you from printing, Mickey Mouse or something.
Right.
But
you know how they named one of the space shuttles like the Enterprise? Do you think the first thing they should replicate if they ever do make a food replicator is an Earl Grey tea?
I'm going to replicate beignets, maybe, or pizza fruit.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, this is a particular multi-jointed life-size Go-Go made by YouTuber. It was giving away the plans for free that Christmas. Oh, that's really nice to do in exchange for a donation to Toys for Tots. Yeah, so it could have been, quite an extensive.
Pretty expensive,
But usually it's the, like I said, it's the how big the model is. Like this one probably costs like $1 to print or $5 to print. So if we got the Liberator on the screen here, let's make that full screen. So this is what I printed this, and I've been painting it and putting it together, and I was just always get too many things going at once. So I got to get this to Mike because I did one for him and one for Raquel.
Mark, I'm not being nice. That looks
painted to
really
me.
Good, dude.
This is not mine.
This is fantastic.
Oh, okay. I was going to say that looks like something.
Oh, okay.
So this is what
it's painted.
But I've been gluing it together and repainting it. And I'm always a perfectionist. So
when you showed me that, I guess I probably didn't hear you.
Yeah. So this is what
that's fine. Don't worry about that.
It's going to look like that. I printed the base. I printed everything. So
I didn't mean to put pressure on you. I thought that when you showed me that picture, you said, "This is it. This is for you." And I'm like, "Oh my god!" I was about.
Yeah, this is it. But I haven't painted it and put it.
I know. I thought literally that picture was it.
That was it. Okay,
that's what you said.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
Mark, take your little pointer. Take your little pointer on there, buddy, and go to the part of the ship and show me where Avon lives.
Avon lives everywhere. So
like the whole ship, dude.
So actually, the ship actually is supposed to go. They made this the front of the ship, but the ship was actually supposed to go the other direction. That's what I've heard.
It was supposed to originally go the other way, but they switched it. Yeah,
they switched it.
That's true.
So I'm assuming in the original version, the bridge was up here, Mike. What do you think on this section here? And then when they flipped it, the bridge ended up being on this side.
Well, again, it was supposed to originally go in the direction with the engine, the rear. What's in the rear? In other words, the big green ball thingy, which is the drive.
Yeah.
Which is the quantum, the star drive. But they flipped it so it goes in the other direction. For those who don't know the show, and so the bridge or the flight deck is about almost. I'd say it's very close to the middle of the ship, or the middle of the middle structure of the ship, right there.
Do you think where the gold is? You think?
Yes. I mean, that would be my. Again, I haven't seen blueprints, and if they have blueprints, I've never looked at them. I'm totally guessing, so I could be way off. But that's where I always thought it was. I have always wondered.
Yeah. And by the way, folks, when we talk about some modern stuff being dark, when Claudia and Mark and Raquel were talking about that show, I went and watched the first episode, and I'm like, wow, you'd have never been able to make this in America in the late 60s, early 70s. That is a dark first episode, man. That is.
It really is. Yeah. It's a pretty bleak show in a lot of ways. It's the antithesis of Star Trek, but it has great characters and stuff. And I just love it for the characters and the writing. And again, I wouldn't want every show to be like that, but nothing could touch it. All right, Steve.
Dude, I didn't even know about it until y'all started talking about it. That was a real intro for me.
Yeah.
And I thought I knew me some nerd TV too. So I was really impressed.
Well, it's not that big anymore, unfortunately, and unfortunately at the same time. That is.
I was going to say, brother, you don't want to shine too much light on it.
No, you don't.
Remember when we used to wish there would be more comic book movies? We don't wish that anymore.
That's for sure. That is beautiful. That is it's one of my favorite
really
ships.
Cool. It is really cool.
I'll try to finish that soon for you. Yeah. So
don't worry about that. I'm when you showed me that picture, I thought, whoa. I was under the impression
it's going to look just like that.
I
mean, I've had it together like as and I've just never, when you put something down and go back to finish it, and then
I'm
you know.
the master of that. Yeah,
yeah. So I mean,
I
it's
invented
going to
it.
look just like that. So it's
That's unreal.
yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be good. And thank you to Maddie's daddy, and thank you for Maddie for hanging out with us. And that was awesome to have Maddie here. So have a great day tomorrow, great week, and hopefully catch you tomorrow night on Clobberin Times with Zany Haney.
Zany Haney tomorrow night.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Back to Earth B.
So Hungry Boy was looking for some beasties. What were you looking for? Like Godzilla, maybe? Or let's see. Hungry Boy was looking for monsters.
Oh, you can make a Godzilla.
Yeah, you can print a Godzilla. Yeah. Well, that's a
buddy of mine just showed a picture on Facebook just a few minutes ago. Facebook. He's got it. Someone gave him. He's a big Godzilla fan. Gave him a Godzilla humidifier.
How does that work? It
Does it come out of his
sprays
mouth?
atomic breath on you.
I don't know. I just posted on this thing. I said, well, now all you need is a King Kong dehumidifier, and then let them fight.
That's awesome. Yeah.
One of the best Godzilla gags I ever saw was when I'm trying to think of what the show was. I bet somebody in chat knows, where it's like the time Godzilla attacked Haiti, and they show Godzilla walking up on the shore, and he looks at the city, and the city's already destroyed, and he just goes and kind of just backs into the ocean real slow. Meaning, like, yeah.
Godzilla diorama kit. Wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, people do some beautiful paint jobs and beautiful stuff with acrylics and
yeah.
that's
I always like
good.
the water stuff too. That looks really cool.
Yeah, I've never done anything with the water stuff, but I've seen people do that. It's pretty wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder
It's
how
just
long
so
this
funny they
takes
put a
to-
battleship on it. It looks like a battleship. They don't exist except on the museum.
Hey, wait, is it? To be fair, Deadman, is that a battleship or a destroyer?
That looks like a battleship because look at the wide backside. It's probably got two turrets in the front.
Yeah,
Two turrets
they
in the
probably
back.
also wouldn't be that close together at those two angles. That's for sure. That's not a good.
Well, that's Godzilla's skateboard right there. He's coming for a
Look at-
skateboard.
aircraft carrier and
Or
there's-
surfboard.
That looks like a
You
battleship.
sank my
That's it,
battleship.
Yeah. The bow.
Yeah.
It looks more like a battleship to me. The wide back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the
that's,
guns.
that's
Yeah,
definitely not a destroyer.
Yeah, now that I can see the back, you're
the
right.
tower. Yeah.
Oh, it was a shame when they decommissioned the Iowa. Should have kept that. Yep.
Yeah. We have the Alabama 6 hours west of us.
Oh, these are fun. Yeah. Godzilla. Cookie Monster. What the heck? Someone did a mashup with the Cookie Monster. Yeah. That's crazy. So so let me show how you would print one of these things here. So let's see if we got let me go find that battery cover. Let's go into there. You can't see what I'm doing obviously, but let me where I had that downloaded. 3D printer and Star Wars. And let's see. I'm going to extract all the files. I know this is exciting. YouTubing, but bear with me. So let's see. Star Wars Kenner Imperial Troop Transport. So here we go. All right. So what I'm going to do here, let me bring this over to the other screen here. It helps to talk out loud when you're trying to do stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the battery cover. So I've downloaded from Thingiverse. I'm going to drop it onto the 3D printer. So this is what my 3D printer looks like. Hopefully I'm still sharing this. I'm not sharing. Oh, yeah, I am sharing the screen. Good. Yeah, let's make it full screen. Boomer that. Yep. Oh, and Pleasant Valley says Avon calling. Yep. So here's what the 3D printer looks like, and here's the battery cover. Now, the tricky part about this is if you print it like this, you're going to need a ton of support. So what you do something called slicing. So if we slice the model, basically it's chopping it up one level at a time. So it's got to decide to tell the 3D printer how to print it. So this is going to take an hour to print. And if we do preview here, it's going to show you how that's going to print that. So it's going to go down each level, and it's got to fill in to print, each level. So it's got to start, and because that, it's off the base there, it's got to have something to build on. It's got to do one level at a time. So it's doing all that stuff filled in, and it goes up and finishes. So you could do it like that, I guess, or I could do it face down, which would be the other way to do it. So you could do something like this. You could rotate it. So you click on the left here, and you do rotate. I got to select the model, rotate, and I can actually rotate this. So if you see here, so if I go by the red, you just grab this, flip this, and now it's off the ground. But see, what might happen too, it's going to maybe mess up the way the cover looks. So this is taking 45 minutes, so it's taking less time. But if we do a preview, what could happen, so it's got to do supports here for each of those side pieces. But what could happen is the base could get really messed up the way, because you can have all that filament filling it in. So it might come out messy. So it actually might be a nice way to print this one. It might be on the side. So if we select this again and rotate, let's see, rotate here. And if I go print like that, and it's going to, so that actually might be a sneaky way to print it. I'm not sure. So let's see if we slice that, how long that's going to take. That's hour and 15 minutes. See, now that could also mess up things too. So I think the way I'm going to print it is just face down.
Okay.
Because then you want the top to be nice and detailed. And the thing is too, with something like this, you could do one on one. So Brian's saying here, my friend Tiltawait is here saying, do it on the side. Hey Brian, how's it going? So I think maybe if we do it that way.
Hey Mark,
his house is a lot of Bills fans. Yep.
The producer in me's making me think, boy, it'd be cool as if Mark started the show off next week printing this sucker. I don't know if you want to wait a whole week for your.
No, I'm going to start printing it now.
All right, but it won't be done before the end of the show, will it?
No, but we can keep it. We keep it running. Yep.
All right, fair enough. Shoot, we should have talked about this at 9:00, dude.
Yeah, and then we could have started printing it. You could have seen it. Yeah,
that'd have been awesome.
We're gonna stream for another. If Retro Nerd Girl is here, we're gonna try to hit 7 hours. No, just kidding. But this could print. So let's put this straight up and see what happens here. So let's do rotate. And the thing is, you can always print it and see how it comes out. And then, like, you could print it on its side like that, too. We've got that other part standing up. So I'm going to go just print it this way.
And, Mark, you can only print one color at a time, right? There's no...
Yeah, some of the fancier printers have more than one color. And some of them also have, like, where you can change the filament. Or you can put a stop in the program to say, change the filament. And it looks like there's some errors here on this model. Oh, see where it's a see-through there? I might have to send this to Steve Mitchum to fix for me. Yeah, look, see, there's some holes in that. See where the edges are messed up there? This is the joys of 3D printing. But it looks like there's some mistakes there. But I'm going to just start this sucker to print anyway. And then we'll show a baby Yoda. So let's see here. So. And so Tiltawait, your household must have been very happy that the Bills won tonight. They got some big. Rumor has it there's a big Bills fan in that house. So
somebody know?
Some I know. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Well, Bills looked like they wanted to drop that one for a while there. They were not.
Yeah.
I mean, I was shocked that Miami put up the kind of game after the Bills jumped to like a 17-0 lead or something.
That was crazy. Yeah. And no quarterback, quote unquote quarterback, right?
Of course, that kid did a good job. I mean,
great. Yeah,
something about young quarterbacks in these playoffs right now. Brock Purdy looked like like the reincarnation of Joe Montana.
No, it was amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so now we save that to you export a G code, right?
Yeah.
So now what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go. Let me stop screen so I go here. Let's see. Let me get to the right screen here. Since we did that, yeah, we're gonna start printing this, and we're gonna check out printing Grogu's. Okay, let me. Oh, I love to show Baby Yoda, Tiger Sip. That's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's switch to the other window here. I'm trying to do 3 computers at once, so it gets complicated. There we go. So let's see if this is synchronizing. Hopefully this is. Got to just make sure that program went to the other computer. Let's see here. All right, I got to do something. One more thing really quick here. It's always nothing simple. So here, I've got to share this folder with my other computer. Sorry. So this synchronizes through the internet. So just talk among yourselves while I figured this out.
All right. Well, hey, I got one thing I could mention real quick before we forget. This kind of an interest of great geek stuff here. You know that the great TV show, The Adventures of Superman, has one remaining living cast member, and she played Lois Lane first on that show. Today is the birthday of Phyllis Coates, 96.
Wow.
Years old, and that is just. I mean, she is, of course, she's my favorite of the Lois Lanes. Personally, I love Noel O'Neill. Don't get me wrong, who did play her first, but for the first season, she was played by that lady right there, Phyllis Coates, 96 years old, still with us. That's pretty. And she's the last surviving member of the of that great cast. Of course, I grew up loving The Adventures of Superman with George Reeves and early name George Besselo. But when I was a kid watching that show, I never knew that he'd already passed away. When I found out, it's like just crazy. But love that show, love him as Superman, and I love Noel O'Neill. Don't get me wrong, but in the first season, it was Phyllis, and I mean, look how drop dead, gorgeous she was. She was one hottie, man. Phyllis was one of the most beautiful of the Lois.
Why was she only on the first season?
Back then, actors really didn't think much of being on I don't know the reason, but actors didn't really think much of being on TV shows at the time. I can't really. I probably read about it somewhere. In fact, I should be embarrassed because that question should embarrass me because I used to have a pretty cool book called Superman Serial to Serial, which talked about the word serial. And anyway, I don't know. I think she just didn't feel like doing a TV show. She got to go into movies. It got her some exposure, and so she left. I'm not sure
she just reason. It wasn't any. I don't know.
Well, she was a hottie, wasn't she? Good Lord, man.
Yeah.
And was she on the radio show?
So yeah, damn shame.
Was she on the radio show too as Lois, or just because
I can't. No, she didn't know.
Totally
No, it was someone else. But and I can't remember who it was. But I can tell you that before this, there was the theatrical movie called Superman and the Mole Men, which was actually Superman and the Mole Men had I think that's the one that had Noel O'Neill in it, if I'm not mistaken. She was in that. But Noel O'Neill did actually play her in that, and then for some reason, I don't know, they might have just wanted Noel O'Neill. I can't really remember, but
yeah.
And Superman versus the Mole Man got chopped into it got chopped into a 2-part episode, the only 2-parter of the series. So anyway, just thought I would mention that. Noel O'Neill still with us at 96. Good for her.
Not
Thank you for
bad.
that, yeah.
I'm not Noel O'Neill. Phyllis Coates. Sorry, Noel O'Neill was.
Oh, Phil-
I'm sorry, Phyllis Coates.
Second one, yeah. And O'Neill,
Phyllis
she was on
Coates.
the she was in the Superman movie.
Noel O'Neill lived. Yeah, Noel O'Neill
as a-
lived pretty
on the
long time
train,
as
right?
well. She lived into her 90s, and she was in Superman the movie. She was in the Superman Returns. Yeah, she lived that long, so she lived quite a bit. She was, but no, I meant to say Phyllis Coates, not Noel O'Neill, of course, who was a wonderful lady. When I was at the Superman Museum in Metropolis back in 2015, they have a big statue of Noel O'Neill there, and but Phyllis only had the one season, but she's still with us.
It's amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and you
Yeah.
grew up watching that too. You just grew up watching Superman and
Oh, yeah.
Batman and those those shows. So it was a lot of fun to see those.
Clobby, did you ever look into Reeves' death? That's an interesting. That's a Hollywood mystery. Yeah,
Hollywood
I mean-
Kryptonite's the name of that book, and they called the movie Hollywood Land. They did a movie that was kind of full of a lot of credit. Did you see the movie Hollywood Land? Anybody?
No, I didn't even know this existed. Tell me real quick. What is it?
There's a book called Hollywood Kryptonite. Well, they made a movie that was trying to talk about that story about George Reeves, and it was Ben Affleck plays George Reeves, and it's got Adrian Brody in it, and it actually the stuff is with Ben Affleck as George Reeves is pretty good.
Oh,
Good night,
Tiger
Tiger
Stripes.
Stripes.
Well, if you could stick around 5 more minutes, I'll show you the Yoda stuff. But
Oh, here comes Yoda. Sorry, I derailed it.
No. I was. Well, here's the 3D printer. So now I've loaded the file. But yeah, good night, Tiger Stripes, and thanks for hanging out with us. But yeah, if you want to hang for 5 more minutes, I'll show you Yoda. But here's so you loaded the. I loaded the file here. So I've got to do the battery cover. Oop. So let's get that started, and then we'll show everyone Yoda. So you load this. So this is connected to my 3D printer at work. It's called OctiPrint, and it helps you print remotely and control your 3D printer. So now I can say like preheat the printer, and now it's going to show the temperature is actually going to start to warm up now, and I can tell it do a time lapse on this, so then I can do a video. I could do a video just of this. You can do the terminal. You can, this is all nerd stuff. You can control the printer. So there's my video here from the feed. There's a little webcam hooked up to the printer, and of course I named my 3D printer Mando. So here we go. So let's do print, and away we go. So here's the light comes on, and it's got to wait till that means it's heating right now. So it's heating up. And then it's gonna start printing. Yep. So
Cool.
Here we go. So we'll just wait till that goes, and let me look up the Mando. Not Mando.
Lisa's seen Hollywood Land. There you go.
Yeah, it was.
I think
it was
that's
a
what
good
she's
movie.
saying. Yeah, I'm not so how sure how accurate it was, but Ben Affleck was actually, I got to say, it was actually kind of all right as George Reeves.
It's tragic story. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a tough life, man. He was in Gone with the Wind.
They made a movie
I forgot
about the Hogan's Hero guy too, and his
Yeah, it was
death.
called about Bob Crane. It was Greg Kinnear. And it was called what was it called? Something to do with the camera. So I can't remember the.
Yeah.
What was
Like
the
a
name?
like a millimeter thing, right, or something like that.
Yeah, it was something. Yeah, with the camera. What was that Bob Crane movie? I've seen it.
If you know in the chat, please post it for us because I cannot.
Oh, they
think
will.
of it.
They will.
So
Photo.
here's the.
Something
Here's
or other.
the baby Yoda, and here's one that I printed. I'll do start. Of course, I did very, very small
Autofocus. Thank you, Brian.
little mini Yoda, very, very small Yoda, but very similar to the one that's come on, you will focus, you will.
Autofocus.
So, So there's a little baby Yoda. So yeah, so it's very small scale, but yeah, what you see. This is a really cool one. What you seek. So it must have that on the back. Yeah, so you could print these all different scales, and someone put an outfit on them. Yeah. So here, so if you want to print this, you do download all files, and then let me download that. So Star Wars. So that's downloading. So as that's downloading, let's go back to the 3D printer and see if this started. Yep, see it started. Yep, here we go. So I could just leave this on all night with like some music playing, I guess, right?
Yeah.
People would watch this, right? ASMR
Your live
3D
stream.
printing. Yeah.
I bet there's somebody that does that, Mark. I bet there's a YouTube channel out there. We can all go
I was
search
thinking
after
of
your
doing.
show.
I'm sure there.
is. So good healing about that, yeah. So yeah, so this is warming up, and it warmed up. Now it's started. Yep, there we go. So it
Why
tells
is
you
it
the
at the mention
temperature.
of Bob? I'm sorry. Good. Why is it at
Were
the
you-
mention of Bob Crane's name? I can't get the Hogan's Heroes theme out of my head. Go ahead.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, so this is gonna start. Yeah, and then you can watch this, and if something goes wrong, you can pause it or stop the printer, which is good. If something goes wrong, boom. It's not a long print, but if you have something that can get really screwed up, then it's bad. Yeah. So if you keep printing, you can just make a whole mess of. They call it like a spaghetti mess. So on your 3D printer. So here, let's go back to Baby Yoda. So now what we can do. Here, we'll leave that going there. Let me open up Cure here. And I don't know if Tiger Stripes left, but if she's still around, or maybe she'll catch the replay.
I think Tiger Stripe said she had.
I think she left.
Had
Yeah,
to
I think
scoop.
she had to go. Yeah. So, but we started this anyway. So let's see. Let me open Baby. So I do file open. Let me find the Baby Yoda. Let's see. Let's go into Star Wars. And we're going to go grab Baby Yoda. Let's see here. Where is that hiding? Oh, it didn't synchronize yet, didn't it? Gotta wait for it to synchronize through the internet. Oh, here we go. What's up, Deadman?
I was going to say, I don't know if you saw on Twitter what the missus found in a Goodwill thrift shop yesterday.
No,
we
what'd
got
you find?
The whole first season of Lost in Space on DVD.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Where at?
Down in Palaca, Florida, at a Goodwill thrift store.
Wow, nice.
Nice.
In the middle of nowhere. It's really a small town, and found some good stuff there.
Very nice. Yeah, she must have been happy to find. Are you Lost in Space fan too, or?
I've never really watched it, so it'll be interesting to see what I missed.
What would you think, Mike, on that? The first season's the best season, or on? Lost in
Yeah.
Space?
Oh yeah. Especially the first 5 episodes that were more. Yeah, especially.
Definitely before it became
the first
the
5 episodes.
the Will Robinson, Dr. Smith show. Yeah.
The first.
Yeah. So what you see?
Well, no. Well, it was supposed to fail a lot about Will anyway, but the Dr. Smith and the pilot. Originally it wasn't supposed. Dr. Smith and the robot weren't even on it, and they added him later when they went back and after they made a pilot. There's a pilot without him, but I mean, and they were. Dr. Smith was more evil in those early ones, and it was more scary.
Mm.
Yeah, so it was the first 4 or 5, 6 episodes are pretty seriously handled. And even though I still love the shows, as a kid, I didn't care. The first 5, 10, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I
That was
remembering,
early
I
on,
think,
though.
that people
Yeah.
like the first season better, and then by the
It's
end,
the best.
they,
Yeah. It's the best.
yeah.
They had some great stories in the first season, I thought. There was some black and white, too, which is the way it should be. Yep.
What was the one where Dr. Jones got turned into a mushroom?
Dr. Smith,
what was
actually.
the worst? It's Dr.
The
Smith,
worst,
yeah,
it was,
Dr.
in
Jones.
the second or third last episode was called "The Great Vegetable Rebellion." There was probably one of the worst. Stanley Adams, Cyrano Jones from Star Trek, was in it, and
Oh, that's right.
it was one of the second or third last ones they'd filmed, and because Maureen,
Yeah.
June Lockhart and the guy who plays Don Don West. Yeah, Mark Goddard. They laughed and acted cut up so much, and they got like most of their scenes cut out. They were not allowed to be in the last couple of episodes that much, but they were cut down because of how crazy they thought, how bad they thought the script was, and for making fun of how stupid things. The show was dumb for a long time before there. But I mean, but as a kid, I didn't care. As a kid, I didn't care. It was my gospel, man. As a kid, I loved it.
Yeah, so there's a problem with one of those models there. Yeah, let's see if this is, that's what happens though. So if you go to slice, sometimes you have to pull it into another program and repair it. I just want to show everyone how long this would take to print. Yep.
Well, that's good to hear. So I'll know to add that to the watch list.
Yep. Don't worry about spelling here. I can't spell either.
Yep.
So let's see. Okay. So, unexport. Again, errors here. Come on. We don't want to have. What's going on with all these errors? Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda's crashing the. He's not wanting to print right now or slice.
Nah, well.
Let's see.
What you gonna do?
Now. We're gonna use the force and see if we can. Let's see. It's a real small Yoda. Let's see. Come on. Slice you will. All right, so that's a half hour. Let's scale him up. Let's make him really big. Let's make him 300.
Yeah, life size.
Yep. How big is Baby Yoda, do you think? How many millimeters? Yeah. Let's see. So
I don't know. Not more than about, what, 1.5 feet, huh?
Yeah.
So how many
Yoda's maybe 2 or 3 feet tall.
Little bitty guy.
Oh, so let's move him. So let's move him up. Come on, Baby Yoda. So how long will this take to print? Yeah. So let's see. So he's too big right now. I actually got to shrink him down when he has all those errors like that. So you got to drop him down. There we go.
Well, Grogu apparently is 1 foot 1 inch tall.
I was not that far off, but I did go over, so I don't win. But
half the size of Yoda.
Half the size of Yoda. Okay, yeah. Let's see here. Let's see. So that's about, how tall is that? No, let's see. This is on the Z. That's about 300 meters. So let's do some math here. So let's do 300 millimeters to inches. So that's not 300 meters, Mark. 300 millimeters. Let's see. 300 millimeters to inches. That can't be. Not meters, millimeters. So that's 11 inches. So what'd you say? How tall was he, Dad, man?
Well, one said 1 foot 1 inch. I've seen also 1 foot 4 inches. Probably better at 1.1. because he's half the size of
Yeah, so
Yoda,
make
who
him
was
13 inches.
2 inches.
All right, so 330 millimeters. So let's make him 330. Let's see. Let's move him up. He's floating right now. So let's see. He's outside the build plate. Let's see if I can rotate him. Oh, wrong rotation way. We want to rotate him this way. There we go. Just fit him in. See, sometimes just by rotating him, you get him to fit in the build plane. You know, fit in the, because it's longer diagonally. So he just fits in there. So now let's do slicing. Let's see how long. So this is for Tiger Stripes, even though she's not here, but this is how long it would take to print probably. Yep. Tell us how much material it's going to be using too. Yep. So the computer's computing. Aurak is calculating.
Yes, he is. Well, there you go. Oh. Ow.
The other thing you can do too, you can print. You okay?
Oh, did I do that with the sound?
Okay, Mike?
Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had that. I thought I was muted.
Oh.
I'm living.
Oh, okay. Just hope you're okay. Yeah.
More with it. And it's just chairs. Hell on earth.
Chairs gone.
Yep. Oh boy. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm good. I'm here. Oh, I just I had to read.
Yep. Quote Dr. Smith. What would Dr. Smith say if his chair was bad?
Oh, the pain. You bubble-headed booby. Silence, Junini. Yeah. I got to meet some of the Lost in Space people while they were still with us. I got to meet Mark Goddard a couple of times and Billy Mooney. And
Nice. Yeah.
I think I didn't get to meet Dr. Smith.
It's so cool when
I
you
don't
get to meet the people.
He used to go to the cons. Yeah.
Yeah, what was his name? Zach something, right?
In the show, it was Zachary Smith.
Right. What was it in real life, though? He was on other things, too.
Jonathan. Oh, are we doing this right now? I can't believe I'm forgetting his.
No, let's don't.
No. I can't,
I'm
mad at me for not remembering his name. Jonathan Harris. Thank you, Brian.
Jonathan Harris. There we go. Yep. And then when you hear it, you're like, "That's his name, right?" Yeah.
Did he end up being in one of the like HR Puffin stuff or something shows? Was he?
No, but he was on Battlestar Galactica.
Oh,
he was on the original Battlestar Galactica. Yeah. Yep, as Lucifer.
So now that's no reference for you. HR Puffin stuff.
HR
Puffin stuff.
Oh man, I almost did my filthy version of it just out of habit because I have a filth version.
Yeah, don't do that.
I mean, I had
it's Clark's channel, Clavy. Let it go.
I forgot the real song. Oh, she said it bloop the bloop chimp named Debbie. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah. You blithering, you bubble-headed booby, silence you ninny. Used to say that to the robot.
Great voice. Great voice.
Crush, kill, destroy. I remember that. Yeah, that was the robot. Of course, Robbie the Robot made an appearance on Lost in Space.
Oh, love Robbie the Robot.
Yeah. And also, actually, you know what's funny? As a kid, I loved Will Robinson because Will was actually, and again, he is what Wesley was supposed to be. He was brilliant, but he was charismatic. Of course, the actor was charismatic. He was as a kid, you related to him, but you knew the show was kind of about the kid, and he was just. I mean, Will Robinson was a great character, and he just wasn't insufferable like Wesley. But still, I looked up to John Robinson. I mean, Guy Williams just was fantastic. Yeah. He was As much as I liked Will as a kid, I looked up to the man. I looked up to the father figure, and I looked up to John Robinson. He was a superhero to me. And of course, it was Zorro before. That's right. It was Zorro before he was John Robinson. And and of course, I was in love when one of my first crushes ever was Judy Robinson, right up there around the same time as Batgirl. Judy Robinson, Marta Kristen.
Very cute.
My
Yeah.
God.
Very cute. Yeah.
Yep. And it was weird that Lassie's mother was now out in space. I mean, Timmy's mother on Lassie was out in space, I should say.
Yeah. Well, you wonder what they thought of being on that show when it got so weird. Well, of course, you kind of explained it too with they weren't allowed to be. Who was Judy wasn't allowed to be on the last few episodes, and
it was Mark Goddard and June Lockhart where I think got in trouble, and they were kind of cut out of some of the
so hard.
last couple or whatever. They were suspended. Erwin Allen was pissed off at him because they were talking about how stupid the show was. That was pretty bad.
They get ridiculous, right? I mean, it got
way before the third season, though. I mean,
yeah.
Billy Mooney might have had one of the best lines in Babylon 5 too. Remember when he said, "We may look like you, but we are not like you."
Oh, he was great as Lanier.
Yeah.
On Babylon 5, he was great. Yeah.
Did anyone watch the Netflix Lost in Space? That wasn't so good.
Man, I
watched the whole first season and hated it so much. You're better off, dude. I mean, I can't. I'll never go back. I watched the first season like an idiot.
I didn't watch the third one. The second one had a couple good things. Like I thought the ship, like trying to fly the ship and on land, turned into a boat was kind of cool, like the sciencey engineering stuff. But I didn't think there was enough robot, and the robot wasn't cool enough.
Just all girl power, and John Robinson was a crappy dad and a wimp, and got pushed around and tossed around like a salad. Is of course, and the chicks were the bestest ever, and Maureen Robinson was in charge, and the guys were Don was a dope. Everybody was an idiot. All the guys were idiots. And it's like, that's so bad. I hate it.
That's true.
And I sat through the whole first season. Robot wasn't good either. Yeah.
Good.
Neither was Dr. Smith. That's what's her name?
Yeah.
Playing Dr. Smith, even though she wasn't really. She took over for Dr. Smith.
Yeah, didn't she steal a spacesuit or something like that? Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah, she wasn't really Dr. Smith.
She stole his identity.
Right. Debbie Mazar or whatever. Yeah. That show was poop. Ooh.
Hey, Mark, can I address a comment in the chat real quick?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah.
With Hungry out there, the Croft actor thinking of was Lidsville, not Puff and Stuff, and it was Charles Nelson Riley, who was on Hollywood Squares. Love Charles Nelson Riley. Match Game was one of the best seeing him
Posey,
on there. So I know Charles Nelson Riley.
That's right. Lidsville was before Puff and Stuff and Sigmund the Sea Monster.
Mm-hmm.
They sure Puff and Stuff. I can't sing the rest of that song because it's filthy. I can't even remember the actual lyrics anymore. I've always had some.
Who's your friend when things get rough?
But Mark,
okay.
I mean,
right.
Clobby, I've done that with football teams. I've been football teams, and I've just caught myself before I gave my my true feelings about team names. So I know how
I did that with football teams big time.
You do. You start. You get it stuck in your head, and you just go with what you know.
Yes, sir.
But then again, it's Mark's channel. Feel free. I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, that's true. We can get Mark demonetized.
Nuke away.
Yeah, especially you don't say the Falcons one, Clobby. Good Lord.
Oh, I can't do the Falcons. I can't think I can't say that word for them. Yeah,
off the platform, dude.
I'm in trouble if I said that. There's my chariot right there, baby.
Yeah, I love the chariot. My cousin had a model of the robot, and God, I loved, it was so cool. I'm like, oh, Danny, you have a model of the robot. That's so cool in the chariot. Those old, who made those Aurora model kits? The chariot is just really cool vehicle.
Yeah, the old Aurora AMT ones. Yeah.
The Johnny Lightning stuff was cool too. Of course, real small, right?
Yeah, those are the ones I have. Yeah. So which theme song do you prefer? First season or the last two seasons, Donnie? Because Johnny Williams, of course, did the music, but the first season is a little bit different. I kind of like it, but I kind of like the second and third season theme too. I mean, the first season was I mean, that kind of something about that was a really great season. I mean, a great theme song. But the other one was pretty good too. It's tough to choose.
Well, guy made the real chariot. Holy camoles!
Yeah, I've seen this video where the guy's driving it around.
Yeah. Well, I won't play it.
Is
because
it street legal?
I'll put the link in the chat.
I wouldn't
so
think
can
so.
go look at that.
I'm not sure you call that street legal, but it's cool.
No, it's not. Yeah, but go watch this guy's video. But wow, he's got the. That's awesome.
That's
I'd love to take a
fantastic.
vacation in that.
Yeah,
You
that's
got
wonderful.
curtains too, so you can sleep in there. Yeah.
I got the Johnny
Everyone
Lightning.
go check that out.
Wouldn't it be
God,
great
that's
if the
amazing.
Arc 2 just ran right into the side of it
The
during
Arc
the
2
video?
can ring,
Yeah,
yeah.
the Arc 2 is that, yeah. So I wonder when the chariot. Did they make a real chariot on the for the TV show?
Yeah.
Or?
Well,
Yeah, I
Wolfie
think there's
did.
a
Did
History
it work, or was it a
Channel.
model?
In the first couple of episodes, that thing was driving
It
through
was
the
real.
water and everything.
Yeah.
because they had to
Okay.
use it in one of the early episodes, and they use it all the time.
Okay.
Mark, I'll research it and DM it to you. I think there's an episode of like one of the History Channels, where they do the things where they recondition stuff and everything. And I think somebody found there were two of them, right, Quabby? I think there were two,
think-
and the guy found one
Maybe.
and like redid the treads on it and stuff. I really remember seeing that. I don't
Yeah.
think I'm imagining that. Hey, it's the girl from The Sound of Music.
Yep. But that was all right. So this got to work on this print. 5 days, 2 hours and 29 minutes. So and that's with the preview with supports. Probably there's ways you can tweak.
Well, it's gonna be a long
tweak
stream.
These model. Yeah, it's gonna be a long
Yeah.
stream. Yeah. So what happened is, it's doing all these supports all over the place. So it's 5 days. Yeah.
Good Lord, that's a
Wow.
lot of sanding, Mark.
Yeah, so what happens is that usually you can't get it to work for 5 days. Something goes wrong, and then so normally something like this you'd print in pieces, like you'd print the head and the arms, and because then the chances of something going wrong, and then you glue it, you glue them together. So usually they break, they break these up. You do the arms and you do things like that, and then it would tell you it's going to use 476.93 meters. So 476 meters. It's going to be 1,422 grams. Yep.
Mark, could
So,
you make
I mean,
something like that hollow?
Yeah. So this one, I don't think. Oh, this guy is mostly hollow. Yep. But there's ways to cheat and tweak things, but I mean, this is this is massive though. I mean, the printer's pretty big. So when this came,
I like
out,
all that blood on him, though. It makes him look creepy.
Yeah, that's actually showing you where you need support. So you're printing in air. So if you turn the preview on, so that's where, because the 3D printer can't can't print in the air. So, but yeah, that's so maybe that's why when the guy said life size, if it took 5 days to print, yeah, I could see charging someone to print that just because of the time that you're using using the machine.
Yeah.
So, but so let's check how that's
The
doing. Then we're
family.
gonna close up shop, I think. But let's see how this to go. So it's still printing. Yep. So it's going.
Yeah.
Looking good.
So looking good. So I'm gonna stop sharing there. But oh, Pat, you're all naked. What happened to your icon?
Huh? Yeah.
That's easy.
Pat.
Your icon disappeared.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking. Teasing,
Thought,
yeah.
thought Thundar lost his bear skin for a minute there, dude. His
Yeah, where's
onesie,
Thundar? Yeah.
his wrestling outfit.
Yeah. Yeah, and Brian's saying in resin, cut the job into pieces and assemble like a model. Yeah, I'd probably do it. If you're doing something that big, definitely, 100%. If I printed some small ones all together that took just like a half hour, and sometimes some of the features don't come out as good. But print Baron cars, yeah, someday I'll have to do that too. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, I love the art too. Yep. All right. So why don't we wrap up shop? So we got to close the poll. So everyone
Close it up
vote.
there.
How would you?
I can't vote because I didn't see it. So.
I didn't
you
either.
can't
I'll
vote.
give it a B, though.
You'll give it a B based on my.
I'll give it a A C. C for Catwoman.
C.
No, it's good. I know.
Yeah.
I give it an A because she's cute. Because I haven't seen it.
So we get as we end the poll. So we get A is 44%. I guess, can you guys see the poll in the chat, or how does it work? Yeah, you can.
No.
It pops up in the chat, right?
Yeah.
Oh, because you're on. It only
It's
pops up
there.
on
We can't see
The
the
results
StreamYard,
are there
but
in the
we can see
chat.
it.
on
Oh, there, yeah.
StreamYard. You can't see it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So here, I'll pull this over here, so our panelists, our distinguished panelists, can see this. So I always feel so much fancier when I present now. So I feel good about that. So anyway, so yeah, at A 44, B 22, C 16, and D 16 out of 18 votes. Wow, so someone did give it a D. All right. So let's see. Yeah, so you got to figure out the math for that on me, but that's not too many votes. But yeah, that was definitely a fun, fun series, and I would never say, hey, yeah, you have to watch it, but if you think it's something that's interesting, does a good job, and I think you'll like it maybe. So
There's
but
a lot
Mike,
worse
you have
out
to
there.
go watch it now, though. You have to go.
Sure.
You have to go watch it.
I don't know if I even have Netflix anymore.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a fun show tonight. We never know what we're going to talk about. We got to start the show with Maddie gracing us with her awesome presence and
That was fun.
doing her letters and words and waving and saying hi. So she's a cute.
Is everybody pretty
cute
much
little-
off tomorrow?
Wow,
I'm
what's
off
tomorrow?
tomorrow. Martin Luther
Yeah.
King Day.
Martin Luther
Oh.
King Day, sir.
Okay. I
I know that. I was a teacher most of my life, bro. So I was always
Okay.
off that day.
Fair enough.
Yep.
I'm not.
But not now. You know what they do now? They make the kids go in and do service work, like service projects and
Oh,
stuff.
they do like a sort. That's actually
Yeah.
better.
Right.
Actually, then they learn something. Like all the parents got mad because they made the kids go to school on Veterans Day, but what they did, they had like seminars or not seminar. What would you
Oh
say?
yeah, I
like a
used to love
assembly,
that, man.
and they had veterans come, and my boys still talk about they met some veterans, and one guy had unfortunately like lost an arm, but he explained how it happened, and don't be scared of us, and it's okay. This is for grammar, young kids,
Yeah.
and it was really touching. Yeah, and they still remember that, and so I think they learned a lot more actually by being in school, but doing things to commemorate the day in school instead of just staying home and playing Fortnite.
I met one of the I met one of the Flying Tigers who then
Wow.
left, and he was only one of 3 that actually became a Navy pilot. Because they kind of let him after America joined the war, right? Because they were fighting for like free China at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And I'll never forget that guy. He actually came 3 years in a row, so I got to see him because they would let you pick. I'm like, I'm gonna go see the Flying Tiger guy again. Yeah.
cool. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
So why don't we go around the horn? We'll go with the best looking blue eyed guy here, which is Clobbering Times Mike. You got a fun show coming up on Monday.
Yeah, Monday night March doubleheader at 6 p.m. Central, a special time, a very special Clobber Times. We will visit Earth B. The great J-Man and I will take a trip back to Earth B for a Wacky World of Bob Haney presentation, a classic comics review. A Clobby's Classic Comics review will review Brave and the Bold number 100, written by, of course, the aforementioned Mr. Zany Haney, and it's going to be a wacky one. And then at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, I will be back to do my normal normal shows. So, and of course, the regular shows throughout the week. I'll be on Midnight's Edge a couple times, and the Comic Roundtable, and my shows, of course, Wednesdays and Thursday nights, and the great Dad Man's and I think we're doing Friday night, right? So
Friday night,
I'll let you announce that.
Yep, Friday nights. Yep.
And then Nick, our buddy Nick's comic shop show, and then Saturday night Star Trek. Yeah.
So-
a lot of
Good.
stuff.
Oh, we got to mention Raquel's Patreon now too.
Oh yes, and she's going to be on with
Sure
Raymond. And Raquel's got a new Patreon, and she's going to be on with Raymond. I don't know the exact time. I think
Wednesday,
it's May 6th.
I think, right? Wednesday or 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think it's 6 Eastern. I'm not sure. She's going to be on there with
Like
him.
an
And
author's
Hungry
corner
Boy.
kind of thing.
right, she and Hungry Boy are going to be on, being interviewed by Raymond about the book and the cover.
Ah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, so if someone in the chat could check that link to see if that works, because I want to promote that
horror
Patreon more
painting.
than you can buy Raquel's books on Amazon,
There you
but I
go.
think that would be a better. I
Better
think she
for her,
gets more
yes.
out of it if. So if someone in the chat can make double check, because I'm logged into her, and I guess she's getting banned because I think her shadow banned because she put in like adult or rated R. Raquel, change it to PG-13. Don't be so honest. I don't know. I don't know what's how the stories are rated, but I guess that's unfortunately when you do a search on Patreon for R.M. Briggs, she doesn't show up, which is
That's
really
crazy.
weird. Really weird.
Oh well, maybe it'll fix.
And then let's go to the almost as good looking as Benji. We'll go to Dadman, but before we go to Dadman, we got to play. Always got to play this.
Oh,
Where'd they go?
Right there.
Oh, screw you!
That's
Sorry,
Dadman's
Dadman.
got this intro.
Why you
I
gotta
love
be mean
that
to
clip,
Dadman?
too.
Yeah,
Oh, he's the
because
best.
he loves it, and I know it gets a good laugh out of you. You might as well play Alan Moraine and that little skip game thing with the Deep Space Nine. While you're
I
at it.
still like the first clip the best, but go ahead.
No. I was like, God damn it, Mark! Yeah,
Yeah, it's just a classic. It can't be.
I know it's awesome.
Yeah, sequels
But-
never as good.
I know there are, but that first one was so spontaneous, it was crazy. The second was just great timing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just check me out on Dadman Walking 55 on Twitter. That's really the most way to. This month is kind of because of work and other commitments. It's kind of
Work.
yeah, not kind of. It's kind of off and on at times. I did a chill stream today, so just catch me there. The main show I have for the next 2 weeks is Friday nights at 7. We're talking the NFL playoffs with Clobby. If Mark's ever able to make it, Mark might join us. But but Clobby don't talk, and we got a lot to talk about this week, Clobby.
Oh, what a 2 days it was of playoffs. Amazing.
Oh yeah, I mean the Seahawks gave the Niners a run, the Dolphins gave the Bills a run, and then just last night's whatever you want to call it, it's just
insane.
amazing thing. And then who knows what's going to
Refs,
happen tomorrow night
refs,
with
my
the.
God, some of those calls.
And it was some interesting stats and stuff, but so we'll see what happens tomorrow night. So that's the main thing I have the next few weeks. But just mostly probably the rest of this month will be some impromptu chill streams and show and tells if I come up with some things. And like I said, the best way to keep active is follow me on Dadman Walking 55 at Twitter, and also like and subscribe to the channel on the YouTube side. You'll get the bell, get the notifications. Follow on the Twitch, you'll get notified that way. Turn on your notifications so when we go live. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you. Yep, everyone check out Dadman's awesome channel, and congrats on getting over 100. So you're going to stream for 24 hours straight, maybe?
In the next couple weeks. Yeah,
couple weeks, yep.
Yep. I got to get it set up and planned, and I got
to.
I can't do 24 hours of Fortnite.
No,
I don't think anybody could stand that.
But you do 3D printing and just let the printer run. That would be a cheat.
There you go.
Hey, does that mean you volunteered to help me for about 12 hours?
Yeah, I'll share the screen. Yep. Share the. I should do that
right.
too. Is actually share this 3D printer. I wonder if people would like that. Yeah. But yeah, congrats on your 27th anniversary, and you had that fun Fortnite anniversary stream. Wow, you got a keeper there, Dad, man.
I know. I can't afford her, and she's a doll, and she's wonderful, and nobody knows all that she's done to help get me off the ground with that, and it's just been amazing. And thank you for the congratulations. Yeah, it was fun Friday night, very interesting, and look forward to a lot more adventures in time. But thank you.
Yep. Very good. Yep. And Pat S., let me put your Twitter link in, and I know you've got some stuff coming up with Brandon.
Yes, thank you. Shrimp lighting. That's
yep,
lighting turn on your lamp.
You can change that,
Not tonight, though, Mark, but I am going to go play with that and see if I can change it. Well, tomorrow I'm going to be doing some eBay and Marketplace on the Facebook while I'm watching reruns of Unsolved Mysteries and Petticoat Junction, depending on what kind of mood I'm in. Then, which is actually true and sad.
Wow.
Well, hey, dude, I did 20 years as an elementary and early childhood teacher. I think I've earned any retirement I get. I've done my bit.
Petticoat Junction has some hot girls in there, so you're fine.
Yeah.
That's true. You know what, Clubby? I'm the only guy probably that always goes for the brunette. Right? If you go back and you
She's
look,
something.
it's like, yeah, well, the blondes, but yeah. I like the brunette and Jabberjaw too. She was always cuter than the blonde. But
There you go.
the rest of the week, we're going to be working on some stuff for Brandon, the anime guy. We have actually Mark scheduled for the last Saturday if everything works out. He clears out with Mrs. D.
Yeah,
And there's no
make sure we're not
pancake
going
breakfast or
anywhere.
anything like that. We might fit him in. And we're working on a couple other guests. Pops is going to be our evening person this week coming up. If you don't know Pops, you need to check him out. He's got a great channel. He and Luke, your buddies, they do a show together on Tuesdays with Ironcaster. Good guy. And we're doing 70s this month and 80s next month. So there's a lot to look forward to. And, check out my friends. Like I said, Pop Culture Minefield's growing and growing and growing. And
Yeah, taking off.
24/7 is doing some good stuff. He's got his Sunday show back up and running, man. And he's been releasing some interesting videos. Unfortunately, the DC universe stuff coming out of Warner is giving him plenty to talk about, and none of it's good. So you can always check out his stuff and everything. So yeah, it's going to be a busy last couple weeks before this month's just flying by, man. It's going to be Mardi Gras before we know it, But yeah, we're halfway through, right, at this point. So.
Yeah, hopefully it'll warm up. Yep. Warm up soon. Yep. It's cold here this week. Yep. So
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you. Yep. And
yes,
so,
thank
Hungry
you, sir.
Boy says he just followed you on the Tweeties.
Thank you,
Lisa.
sir. I'm glad you could find me.
Good night, Lisa.
Put in the link in. Yep. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for hanging with us. Have
Good
a
to
great
see
week.
you.
Yep. So let me go through the list here, and what do I have upcoming during the week is probably some of the Playmates review of the Phaser and the Diamond Select. I'll compare those, and just maybe some 3D print. If I can get to some of the 3D printing stuff, would be fun. And I got to get that Liberator finished and sent up to Canada.
Oh, don't worry about that. That was under a misconception, man. I thought that was one. Yeah, for what you said. Don't worry.
Oh,
about
it's
that.
like 90% done. It's like
Okay.
when you don't finish something.
Don't worry about that crap.
You feel like a bum too. It's like
No, I feel like a bum because I thought I just was under this impression. I don't care if you ever said it, man. I got to see it. So cool. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I think this will make you feel better, Clubby. I think he said send it up to Canada, so I don't think he's even talking
one's
about yours,
going to
buddy.
Canada, one's going down south. Yep.
And I have a feeling
yeah.
the one in Canada is going to be shipped first, right, buddy?
Yeah, I got to get that book out to Raquel and all the other. See what happened? I could keep getting more stuff to give her. I should just cut it off at one point, but I kept like 3D printing stuff and finding. She's got enough stuff, right? Yeah. So so thank you to Steve Mitchum and Maddie. Thank you to Courtney for hanging out with us. And J-Man was here. Stuart Mitchell was here. Gap After Dark. Of course, we just said goodnight to Lisa. I'm scrolling through. Steven was here. Claude was here. Your Muslim uncle was here. Donnie Pearson was here. Let's see. Oh, Mrs. was here. I missed that at 10:14 p.m. Gee, how did I miss that? Your Muslim uncle was here. Fanti. Wade was here. Pope Metallica stopped by. Thank you, Pope.
Look who else is here.
Well, I'm up in the chat, so.
The
Raquel is
first
here.
officer. Hey, number
just talking about
one.
Good evening.
Number one.
All good. JD Lewis is here, and of course Raquel is here. Thank you, Raquel. Yep. Hope you had a good
Raquel, you
family
just
night
missed your
tonight.
big plug. Mark did really well.
Yeah, I plugged away. Yep. Although I think you should change your page to PG-13, but that's just me. But yeah, so you got to get more followers. Yep. Of course, Hungry Boy, Brian Hepburn, and Dave was here. Donnie was here. Now Matthew Pounder. We had a rocking chat tonight. Michelle was here. Retro Nerd Girl. Go check out her great channel. Let's see. Tiltawait was here. Ray was here. I can't say the rest of the name. Let's see. I need the vamping music. Tiger Stripes. Thanks for hanging with us, Tiger Stripes. And yeah, that Yoda would take 5 days to print at life size right now. So let's see who else is here. If I'm missing, am I missing anyone, guys? Who did I miss?
I think you got everybody.
Did you get both Steves?
I think I got both Steves. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. All right. Well, if I missed anyone, it's my bad. But it's nothing personal. I hope I said Phantom Outsider too. Pleasant
Who?
Valley, of
Who?
course.
Never heard
The
of him.
Phantom. You can't see him. Yep. And Raquel says, "Do do be do." Yep. So no, this is a lot of fun tonight, and great to hang out with everyone. Really, always appreciate everyone who stopped by. We had a ton of people watching tonight, so that was great to have a nice gang to hang out. So go watch Wednesday, maybe. If you want to go watch Velma, go. I don't recommend
Watch
it,
one of the
but-
stuff. Yeah, so you got to watch it on Wednesday. He said.
Yeah,
Watch what
it
on Wednesday?
Yeah, and I could eat a hamburger on Tuesday. So
From now on, Mark will be tweeting out what shows by Thursday we need to watch before we come in.
yeah.
That
Usually
way
I put
everybody
it
can
on
be
the.
ready.
Usually I have it on the banner too. I usually try, but last minute, Mark. I did it the last minute. So
Yeah, I don't think
But no,
anything
I
new's coming out this week, is it, buddy? Nothing
no, I
great.
don't think there's
Anyway.
anything new. But I just I'm behind on what. Well, Velma's actually new this week, so but I don't know about next week. But
Right.
oh, and go watch Stargirl. Stargirl's really good too.
Gotcha.
And Peripheral was good too. I forgot to talk about that tonight. I don't know if anyone. We're not going to get into that now, but that was pretty interesting to watch.
All right, if we're going to talk about that next week, I will go watch an episode of that because I've
Okay,
heard
go
good
watch.
things.
It was pretty interesting. Yeah. And let's see how as we sign out. Let's check the 3D print here. Let's see how that's going. So let's see if that's. Oh, you got to hide the overlay. Let's see. Yeah. So that battery cover's almost done now. See.
There you go.
Yay.
So
Tune in
Star
next
Wars-
Sunday to see if it fits on Mark's troop transporter.
Yeah, so I'll do a video. Yeah, I'll do a video on that. Yeah, because I bought the new stickers for that, and gonna put that guy back together. So, all right.
And don't
everyone, so
forget,
have a-
kids, take your batteries out your toys. You don't store them like that. It's not a
Oh
good
yeah,
idea.
safety tip, important safety tip. That's ruined many a toy. Yep. So everyone have a great week.
All right, everybody. Have a good one, everybody.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
Good night.
Never that way.
God damn it, Mark. Jeez.
Wow.
Wow.
What an ending.
That's
Didn't
just
see that
terrible.
coming.
You didn't see that coming. Never would have saw that coming, right? Yeah. Now here's the real. Oh,
I
I
didn't do it.
I pressed the wrong button. It was an
Oh, yeah,
accident.
you did.
It was an accident. Yeah. All right. Take care, everyone. Be good.
Good night, everybody.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.